There we go, there we go. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Grand Rising, my family. We'll get our people up in here. Look a little bit different today.
I created the book. This is my textbook.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We about to get our Americans up in here. Let's share the live with our Americans. Grand Rising, my American family. Grand Rising. They're going to be looking around. What the hell is going on? What's on this guy's head? Is he indigenous? Every black person is indigenous. Every single one of us. They done lied to us. Had us believing that a damn Chinese was indigenous to some place. That's ridiculous. Let's get our people up in here. Let's share this inside of our community, and then we're going to get everything started. Grand Rising family. Grand Rising. Let's put it inside of our Discord community. Grand Rising family. We'll get everybody up in here. Let them know that we are live right now. There we go. All right. There we go. We're going to get them in the live, and then we're going to get this thing started. So this is how we're going to get everything started. Every time we go live.
The American government is lying when they said that we are all one human race.
Let our people know.
That's because they stole this planet from the black race.
They stole this planet from the black race.
This is the black race.
And I need something to eat a little bit.
We are known
Grand Rising family, G-Man.
You probably didn't know that because the government lied to us and they took over our planet.
That needs some charging.
I'm going to tell you something that you've never heard before. And that is, on this planet, we are not all the same species. This is a human, and this is a Anunnaki.
There we go.
You see, what the government hid from us is that the humans are not from this planet.
Grand Rising family.
As a matter of fact, they invaded our planet.
What are you talking about? Juice and some crackers.
They took over our planet by killing our ancestors.
Grand Rising macho.
Which is why I need your help to avenge them and to take our planet back. You can help me by purchasing my brand new textbook called This Planet.
Thank you so much for liking live. We're getting everything started.
You can find it on thisplanetwasstolen.com. All of the profits will be used towards avenging our ancestors.
Grand Rising. How am I? I'm feeling on top of the world, brother.
Do you know why the
What about yourself? How are you?
When they said that we are all one human
race? How are you, brother Macho? Grand Rising, my brother. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's because they stole this planet from the black race.
Meru.
This is the black race. But anciently, we are known as the Anunnaki race. You probably didn't know that because the government lied to us.
I need something.
They took over our planet.
Well, let everybody get up here.
I'm going to tell you something that you've never heard before. And that is, on this planet, we are not all the same species. This is a human, and this is a Anunnaki. You see, what the government hid from us is that the humans are not from this planet.
They don't lie to us. Had us all believing that we were one species.
As a matter of fact, they invaded our planet, and they took over.
Grand Rising, Miss Biardi. Grand Rising, sister.
They took over our planet by killing our ancestors, which is why I need your help to avenge them and to take our planet back.
What reservation
you
I live on?
Purchasing my brand new textbook called This Planet Was Stolen.
The reservation of Tamari.
You can find it on thisplanetwasstolen.com. All of the profits will be used towards avenging our ancestors with the end goal of completely taking our planet back.
I think we've been
live on the American government is lying when they said that we are all one human race.
We're not gonna live on a dirty ass reservation. That shit is crazy.
From the black race. This is the black race.
No, we don't live on a reservation.
As the Anunnaki race.
That shit's stinking.
You probably didn't know
don't even watch
the
their
government
clothes.
lied to us and they took over our planet.
You know what I'm saying? Grand Rising family.
Something that you've never heard before.
Let's get the live to 1,000. We're gonna need some juice and some water.
This is a human.
We get everything started.
And this is a Anunnaki.
Grand Rising.
From us is that the humans are not from
they surprised. They're like, oh shit, it's a brother. He has a war bonnet on. Well, this is our shit.
As a matter of fact, they invaded our planet and they took over. They took over our planet by killing our ancestors.
And then we need some water.
I need your help to avenge them and take our planet back.
Grand Rising family.
By purchasing my brand new textbook called This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. You can find it on thisplanetwasstolen.com. All of the profits will be used towards
Thank you so much for liking the live, Miss Biardi. I appreciate you, sister.
Of completely taking our planet.
Everybody get started in 1 second.
Do you know why the American government is lying when they said that we are all one human race?
Grand Rising, my sister Nikki.
That's because they stole this planet from the black race.
Grand Rising.
This is the black race. But anciently we are known as the Anunnaki race.
Here we go.
You probably didn't know that because the government lied to us and they took over our planet.
Thank you for liking the live, sister.
I'm gonna tell you something that you've never heard before.
We can put this a little bit back.
And that is, on this planet, we are not all the same species. This is a human.
We got crackers sucking our
and
damn
this is
brains.
a Anunnaki.
Alright.
You see, what the government hid from us is that the humans are not.
We're about to get started now.
As a matter of fact, they invaded our planet and they took over.
They invaded our planet.
They took over our
And they
planet by
took
killing
over.
our ancestors. Which is why
They took over our planet. Had us all believing that we were one species.
You can help me by purchasing my brand new
No, the hell, we are not one
planet was
species.
stolen from black people. You can find it on this planet.
Thank you so much for sharing the live. Grand Rising, my sister Simple Line.
Used towards avenging our ancestors with the end goal of completely.
We gotta
taking our
fix that.
planet
For some reason, they be filtering
back.
the
You know why
chat.
the American government is lying when they said that we are all one human race?
Thank you so much, my sister, for being
That's
here.
because they stole this planet from the black race.
We will be on time.
This is
We're
the
just
black
trying to
race.
figure out the schedule.
But anciently, we are known as the Anunnaki race. You probably
Okay.
didn't know that because the government lied.
There we go. There we go. I played our intro, our theme song. Every time we start the live, I started off with our theme song. And that is a video that I made in November. I spent 5 months making one video. Okay? 5 months. And I had to do some research. And I said at the end of my research, I realized that we were not all the same species. I realized that they done lied to us, had us believing that a Hispanic and a Caucasian are the same species as your black folks, but they are not. I was really, because I was always thinking, I was like, man, I grew up with the Hispanics, and I was wondering how come they had so much arm hair. Even, you know, I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm in the 3rd grade. I'm like, how come she got so much fucking arm hair? I said, where's my arm hair at? What's going on? I'm in the 3rd grade. I'm like, how come she got so much fucking arm hair? I said, where's my arm hair at? What's going on? Okay, I don't know what just happened. All right, we back. I don't know what happened. Yeah, the live froze. The live froze, but now we are back. I don't know what happened over there. It's back. Yeah, I guess something froze. But we are back. We are back. Grand Rising, my sister Cymbeline. Grand Rising, sister. Grand Rising, brother. OG American Grand Rising, brother. When they hop on the live and they see us with the war bonnet, they get scared. They're like, oh, shit. They figured it out. They figured out that the black folks were the actual indigenous ones. Grand Rising, Mr. Green family. Grand Rising. We'll get everything started. I'm trying to see if we close enough to the lights. If we are good. Grand Rising family. Thank you so much for being the security, my sister Cymbeline. Grand Rising sister. So yes, what I was saying before the live froze, I was saying this. We discovered that we are not the same species as the Hispanics and the Caucasians. Totally different species. I grew up with them. I went to elementary school with them. And I was always wondering how come the girls got more arm hair than me. It was the Hispanics. I said, what the fuck is going on? What's going on? Like, they had mustaches. We were all 9 years old. They had a mustache. I didn't have a mustache. I said, what is going on? I never knew why. I was like, how come she got so much goddamn arm hair? Where's my shit at? And then I discovered, because it took 5 months to make this video, the intro. It took 5 months to discover that we were not the same species. We are 2 different species. 2 different species. Are we able to do that? Oh snap, I didn't even know we learned some feature. We're able to pin our product to the live stream. Yes, we are 2 different species. The name of our species, if you are a black person, your species is named Anunnaki. That's your species. So when they ask you, they say, hey, what race are you? You say, I am Anunnaki. That's my race. And that's why we up in here today. Y'all see that I got a war bonnet on. Look, I don't feel like wearing it all the time because I'd rather wear a crown. I'd much prefer wearing a crown because this was an actual kingdom with a king and a queen. Whole kingdom. You see what I'm saying? We had a whole kingdom. And this land was called the Kingdom of Tamari. And every single one of us was known as the Tamarikins. Every single one of us, we were the Americans. That is our nationality. Now, on this planet, at the beginning, there was just one species, one race. And that race was the Anunnaki race. That's our race. So if you've ever heard the saying that at one time, planet Earth had only black people, at one time it had only black people, yes, it did. But we were not called humans. That's not our species. We are not the human species. We are the Anunnaki species. For some of you, this is your first time ever hearing that before. But this is why your skin color is brown or copper. It's not an accident. It's not an accident why your hair is in the shape that it is. It's not an accident that we have our specific nose, as it's a little bit wider nose. It's not an accident. It's not an accident why we have bigger lips. It's not an accident why we are tall naturally. It's not an accident why we have natural athletic physicalities. It's not an accident. That is because that is our species. They had us all believing that we were the same. We were never the same. We were always different. As a matter of fact, 553 years ago, in the year of 1492, that year is when we first saw a caveman in our entire planet's existence. That was the first time we ever saw a Mexican. We said, what the fuck is that? Came out the caves and shit. They was like this. Right? You know how they said that they was crawling like some cavemen? They had, literally, this is how they started off. They was walking on all fours. You had 2 hands on the ground, you had the legs on the ground, and these motherfuckers was walking like this. And they was walking in the caves and shit. Walking. And this is how they were. Black folks was never like that. They was, these Hispanics and Caucasians was like this. Hopping around, walking, crawling. And we looked at them and we said, what the fuck is that? I've never seen that. That is beyond me. These $5 Indians, yes. They were never on our planet. Actually, they are foreigners to our planet. So when we say that black folks are original or indigenous to the North American continent, yes, we are. Okay? The entire planet was filled with nothing but Anunnaki. It was just us. Just us. That is our race. We are not black, but I just say that just to catch your attention. You alright? We are Anunnaki. That is our race. Anunnaki. That's your race. Anunnaki means you are the creator. You're the originator of this planet that we all live on. And we named it, when we first started, we named this planet Ki. K-I. We named it after ourselves. Planet Ki. So when we talk about they call it the headdress, but it's really a war bonnet. This is our shit. It's not theirs. It's ours. Actually, everything on this planet is ours because we are the creators. You are the deities. Every single one of you, you are a deity. You are a powerful being. Every single one of you. Every single one of you, you are so intelligent beyond your own belief. You don't even know how intelligent you are. Had us believing that we had to get good grades in their weak ass schools. You don't even know how intelligent you are. Had us believing that we had to get good grades in their weak ass schools. Right? So what we're going to be doing in this live today, I want to say Grand Rising, my Anunnaki. Grand Rising, Tamericans. It is a pleasure to have you all, every single one of you up in here. But now we have some things to do. And let me bring this box out, as we're going to do this every day. Woo. We have a box and we have some labels because it's now time to get started. Thank you so much for the follow, family. Thank you. Look, we talk about the same stuff every day because I don't think we can ever get tired of knowing that this is our shit. Okay? If you are new to the live, and this is your first time ever hearing me before, my name is Tassim Deliza. That is my name, Tassim Deliza. I was born on July 6, 2000. And I am one of our returning ancestors. Okay, every single one of you, including myself, every single one of you is a returning member of this planet. This is not your first lifetime. All of you are coming back. So I want to say welcome back, Anunnaki. Welcome back to Planet Key. It is a pleasure to see every single one of you. It is a pleasure to have you. My brother Alan, Grand Rising, welcome back to Planet Key. Welcome back. Every single one of you are immortal beings. None of you could ever cease to exist. You are all immortal. You could never die. Okay? You all have souls. And simply because you have souls, that means you return back to our planet every single time. Welcome back, my Anunnaki. You see, you've probably never heard that before because they had us all believing in their false-ass religion. Religion based off of lies. But now we are going to be telling the truth in the year 2025. That is what we are doing today. Welcome back, Anunnaki. Great day, Miss G's. Great day, sister. Great day. That's why we here. So let me tell you something. The way that you all know that you are all immortal, okay? Have your parents ever told you to do something like wash the dishes? You clean your room, mop the floor, clean the living room, wipe off the tables, wipe off the countertops. But when they asked you nicely, you didn't do it the first time. You was like, oh yeah, mommy, I got that. I'm gonna make sure I do that. Maybe your mom is at work or your dad's at work. They say, hey, look, I need you to make sure you got the house clean. But they asked it very nice. And they said, by the time I get home, I need you to make sure that this goddamn house is clean. And you say, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make sure that I do it. So you might be on a video game or something. I know in today's time we be playing Roblox. And you say, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But after about 2 hours, your parents, they call you, maybe they call you on the phone, or they show up early and they said, did you do what I said? Did you wash the dishes? Did you wipe off the countertops? Did you sweep and mop the floor? Did you wash the clothes? And you said, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't mean to. I was supposed to clean out my bed. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry. But then they had to yell at you. Did you wash the goddamn dishes? I done told your ass to wash the dishes. I done told your ass 11 times. Have you ever heard that before? The reason why nice parenting does not work for Anunnaki, that is us. The reason why it does not work because every single one of you is an individual deity. Every single one of you. You are all gods. Anunnaki. Anunnaki means God. God is the human word for Anunnaki. Okay, if you didn't know that, I'm here to tell you that today. God is the human word for Anunnaki. So the reason why your parents had to scream at you is because they were dealing with a deity. The whole time. You are a deity. They was dealing with you. So they said, I done told your ass, wash these motherfucking dishes. Oh, and you got it right away, I'm sorry. And you went to the kitchen, when you start washing the dishes, I'm sorry, I don't want to get a whooping. Right? They had to scream at you. Because now we're realizing this. And they've known this, they might have not known it consciously, but they knew it subconsciously. They knew that they were dealing with a deity. What's the alien name for God? The alien name for... You said, what's the alien name for God? What you mean? Alien name. We have an alien. We have a couple of aliens on our planet. And these aliens have blonde hair and blue eyes. Those are the aliens. Those are the real aliens. But yeah, back to what we was talking about. The reason why your parents said they had to scream at you. I done told your ass 11 times to wash them goddamn dishes. I done told your ass, next time I had to tell you, I'm going to have to beat the black off of you. I don't know if my mom ever told me that, but we might have heard that on TV. My mom, she ain't never told me that. But she said she going to give me something to cry about. And the reason why she had to say that was because she was dealing with a deity. Every single one of you, none of you are humans. None of your black folks are humans. You are all Anunnaki, deities. Grand Rising, my sister Teresa. Grand Rising, sister. Grand Rising, Gabrielle. Grand Rising, sister. You said the human name for God is Anunnaki. Yes, the human word for God is Anunnaki. When the humans arrived on our planet, we told them that we are Anunnaki. And then they said that we are God. It means the same thing, but Anunnaki is a more powerful word than the word God. That is why they were afraid to call us who we are. We are actually Anunnaki. They was afraid, so they had to make us believe that Anunnaki were aliens, when we are not. The motherfucking humans are aliens. That is what they are. Whole ass aliens who originate from the 6th universe on a planet called Nern. That is where every single one of you humans come from. They're not from here. And we have to send them back home where they belong. Alright? So that is what we're here to do today. That's why we all coming together. When they said that black people can't come together, they are doing something called spell casting. Spell casting, what does it mean? That means you might say something, and if a person repeats it, that person is going to turn into their reality. They are casting a spell on themselves. Make sure we got our scissors. Where's our scissors at? You need our scissors and our tape. It's now time for us to open up some, or make some packages today. If you are new to the live, I explain all of this. Every single thing that we're teaching, I explain this in our textbook. Thank you for liking the live, family. We had 10,000 likes like it was nothing. Thank you so much for liking the live, family. I love every single one of you. Thank you. If you are new to the live, this is your first time ever seeing me, or it's your second time, third time, fourth time, I need you, if you want us to take back what is ours, if you want our children to learn this information, I need you to invest into me by getting your textbook called This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. Okay? It is free shipping right now. Free shipping. This is us. I know some of y'all wondered, you like, look, why did he put the word black on it? We're not black folks. Look, I had to get your attention. But inside the book, we do not say black, we say Anunnaki, because that is who you are. I need you to add the textbook to your shopping cart, my family. This is how we all come together. This is how we invest into Tamariccan-owned businesses. That is who we are. We are the Tamaricans. If you want to see the textbook, I will be reading it on the live with you today. All right? But it's a textbook for our people. This is the beginning of our own school system. We have to teach our children. We can no longer allow these humans, because that is their real name. My woman, she knows this. When I talk to my woman, I tell her, I said, look, that is the humans. We are the Anunnaki. And she said, oh, baby. She said, the humans. The humans. That's who they are. They are the humans. And we are the Anunnaki. Okay? We are not humans. We are Anunnaki. That is our name. That is our race. Okay? So, yeah, with that being said, yes. I said, this is not your first lifetime. So the reason why your parents had to scream at you, cuss at you, fuss at you, was because they were dealing with a deity. When the humans, they're like, I just don't understand. How come black people have to hit their children? How come they have to beat them with the belt sometimes? Look, they're dealing with deities. That's the only shit that works. When you do all that nice-ass parenting and all that nonsense, you know what I'm saying? You might not even know 20 years later, your goddamn child, he gonna seek his revenge on you. Y'all see what I'm saying? You ain't never seen no black folks, no Anunnaki seeking revenge on their parents. We don't do that. The worst we got is to fighting them. That's about it. We ain't never said, look, we finna pull the trigger on our goddamn parents. We would never think about that. But that's what you motherfucking humans be doing. That's not us. Tamaricans are gods. And that's why we create so much. That is so true, my brother Alan. We are the gods. We are the Anunnaki. Thank you so much, family. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for the gifts and the badges. I appreciate you. Thank you for the likes. My family, let's get to this 20,000 likes. Let's get our Tamarican people up in here. Let's get it to 20,000 likes. Okay? So, yes, you are all deities. Every single one of you. You are all gods. Every single one of you. Without exception. If you have this skin color, you are the Anunnaki race. You are the God race. That is who you are. Okay? Anunnaki, we are not evil. We are the creators, okay? All of us are Anunnaki. These Caucasians done tricked us. They had us believing that we was some goddamn evil. They done demonized us. If you search up on TikTok, Anunnaki, you're going to find some goddamn aliens who are evil. Every time they demonize everything that we are. We can no longer allow these motherfuckers to demonize us no more. No more. You will not demonize us. You motherfuckers are the demons, not us. Thank you so much for the roses, my sister. My sister beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So what we going to be doing in this live? Okay. Wait, just to finish my point. Look, that's why your parents had to scream at you. That's why you might have had to get hit with a belt. I had to get hit with a belt because you goddamn stole something from my auntie. And my mom, she done whooped my ass with the belt. And I started crying. I said I would never do it again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she done had to hit me. I said, please don't hit me. I'll never do it again. I promise. She said, no, I'm going to have to teach you a lesson. And then she grabbed the belt. Let me see the belt. She grabbed the belt, grabbed me by my hand. She didn't grab me. I'm about 9, 10 years old. And she started whooping my ass. Why? And I started crying. At first, I'm like, oh, this don't hurt. I got the pants on. But that damn belt went through the pants. And it hurt. And I made sure to never make that mistake again. So the reason why these humans are nice to their children, that is because they are not dealing with gods. They are dealing with mortals. They're dealing with humans. Humans are mortals. That's why they can be so goddamn nice with them weak-ass, human-ass teachings. But we, black folks, are immortals. And that's why we have to be taught differently. Thank you so much for viewing the product, family. I need you to add this textbook to your shopping cart. This is how we come together as a people, as a group. It is time to come together now. Grand Rising, family, Dorian. Grand Rising. All right, so with that being said, let me show y'all something. You said, so the Africans are preparing to get reparations? My sister Autumn, do you want to know my standpoint on that, about reparations? Yes, if you are new to the live, because I need us to be able to talk outside of the live, offline, okay? In order to talk offline with each other, I need you to join the free Discord community. Free. The way you can find it is by clicking the top link inside of my bio. The top link inside of my bio, you will find the Linktree link. Inside of the Linktree, you'll find the top link and it'll say the Kingdom of Tamari Discord. I need you to join it. It is free. We have 50 people up in here. I need you to join the Discord. We have 103 members right now. We needed to get it to 200 members. I need you to join the free Discord. This is how we talk amongst each other. Every time we go live, I'll let you know that we live. Every time. Join the free Discord, family. It takes you 5 seconds to do it. We be having to drink a lot of water because we be screaming in every goddamn line. Every time. Thank you so much for the gift badge, my brother Dorian. I appreciate you, brother. So with that being said, if you want to know my standpoint of the Africans, of how they're asking for reparations, or I've heard a little bit about it. I've seen that's been going all around. Look, how long have y'all been waiting on reparations? How long? When did they say that you were supposed to get reparations? When? How long we been waiting? 100 years, 150 years, 200 years? How long have you all been waiting on reparations? How much years we talking about? 150, 160, 200, 250, 300 years, 400? How long have you been waiting? And then we're going to put that together. How long have you also been waiting on Jesus to save your ass? How long have you been waiting? You've been waiting for freedom from being in bondage. We've been some slaves. And we just been waiting on Jesus. How long? You've been waiting your whole life. Okay? You've been waiting your whole life. My great-great-great-grandmother was waiting on Jesus. And he never came out the clouds. Every goddamn year, we looking in the motherfucking clouds. We waiting on Jesus, and he's not popping his head out the clouds. He's not saying, hello, hi, all my black people down there. My name is Jesus. He's not doing that. Every goddamn we've been looking at the clouds, and his ass has not been there. And then I had to hop on the airplane myself, and we went up into the goddamn clouds, and I didn't see no goddamn heaven up there. So where the fuck is this shit at? I was in the whole clouds. Where was heaven at? Where was it at? I didn't see it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Where's the shit at? You gotta climb up some goddamn golden stairs to find it. Look, it's time that we all wake up now, and we should all know that shit, that invisible place, does not exist. And it has never existed. Never. The reason why they've been teaching you and telling you about that, so you can believe that you have to die in order to get some freedom. Who the hell want to leave the planet? We got to go ahead and die so we can get some freedom and some riches. But right now we got to suffer. What type of shit is that? It's time that we wake up. I'm going to wake us all up. Look, your heaven is right here on planet Key. And these Caucasians have taken over your planet. These Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Hispanic, goddamn Cambodians, even the Siberians that are now called Native Americans. Every single one of them has their heaven right here. And the only one who does not have their heaven right here is you. We're the only ones. We have to suffer. We will no longer suffer. And it's time for us to get our goddamn heaven right now. Like you said, they ain't got much time left. Yes, exactly right, because we're waking up now. We're waking up. Thank you so much, family. They told you about that so you do not seek revenge and take it back with your own hard work. I stayed in Tanzania for a little bit. I went to Africa because I know they've been trying to call us Africans. I went to Africa. All that bullshit. Ain't nobody finna repent to your white ass Jesus. You and white Jesus can both kiss our ass. Alright? You and him can both go to hell. Alright? Nobody gives a damn about your white ass Lord and Savior. Thank you so much for handling this, my sister. Whole ass Caucasian Lord and Savior. The motherfucker Caucasian is not the Lord and Savior of me. Y'all see what I'm saying? They just had us afraid to say it. Look, it's time to say it. A Caucasian is not going to be your Lord, and he's definitely not going to save your ass. They've been kidnapping all of our people, taking our organs. What the fuck they mean they finna be our savior? What type of shit is that? Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what we talking about? The only one who's going to be our savior is your black folks. Only ones. Only ones. We are the only ones who care about you. We're the only ones who are going to protect you. Look, they might be sharing on the news. They're like, look, the black people, they're committing a lot of these atrocities. No, it's not. That's just what they promoted. But the main ones that commit all of these atrocities are these goddamn Caucasians, Hispanics. How the hell you think they took over Mexico? The Hispanics are not the original people of Mexico. Did you know that the original people of Mexico were black folks? It was your ancestors were the original people of Mexico. And did you know that they killed them and took over the entire country? Kicked you out. A lot of us had to run, flee to nearby countries. We had to flee Mexico. That's why many of the black folk live in Honduras and Ecuador and Nicaragua, because we had to leave Mexico because they killed us and they did something called ethnic cleansing. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's what they did to us. Took over our country and had us believe that it was not our country. It was ours the whole time. I went to Mexico. Many of the buildings. I stayed in Mexico City. I'm walking around Mexico City because I had to go find me something to eat. So I remember I hopped on the train, and inside the train, that shit was packed like some sardines. I hopped up in there, that shit was filled with Mexicans. These motherfuckers was to the brim like this. They touching each other's back. I'm like, hey, get the hell up off me, man. You even have some problems. They said, hey, no, they said, perdón, señores, pero esta ciudad es Mexico. I mean, this city is Mexico. We do this. They say, somos familia. I mean, we're family. I said, no, I ain't your family. Thank you so much, sister. I said, I'm not your family. But I hopped on that train.
And I was packed like this. I had a book bag. I was packed, and I went to go get me something to eat. I had to go get some vegetarian food. And I remember I hopped off the little subway train. I walked up the stairs, and I started walking down the street. And as I'm walking, there was a giant crossway filled with Mexicans. It was everywhere. But I remember I saw this gigantic tunnel. It was huge. It was as tall as an 8-story building. It looked like a giant tunnel. And on the tunnel, I saw faces on it. And I remember I pulled my phone out and I zoomed in and I said, those faces, those don't look like Mexicans to me. Those faces on this building, what is this? It looks like a giant tunnel, but it looks like this building is ancient. I said, those faces on the building look like my face. They had black people's faces carved. It was into stone. It was a structure. It was a sculpture. We were carved onto this giant tunnel that was 8 stories tall. And it was about 16 of our faces on it. They had the same nose, same eyes, same lips, same hair. You know, the fro. And I said, what the hell? How the hell the buildings got black folks on it? I thought there was no black folks in Mexico. The black folks are the ancient Mexicans. The modern day Mexicans took over Mexico and they called themselves Mexicans when they took over. And then they changed the story. Then they said, no, there was no black folks over here. We got all the black folks from Africa. Your lying ass, so you ain't getting no motherfuckers from Africa. You're lying ass. We are the first people on these lands. We originated over here. We are the ancient everything. And I had to go see it with my own 2 eyes. They took over our country and then they renamed it in their own name. I had to go see it. I was also in the city of Veracruz, Mexico. Veracruz, Mexico. And in Mexico, they have these buses. They have these buses that go to different cities. Right? They had these buses. And I remember I hopped on a bus in Veracruz and I went from the bus to Veracruz to a city called Mérida. I went to Mérida. And I remember I hopped on a bus. And after being on the bus for like 20 minutes, I looked out the window, I looked to the right. And I looked back and I looked back again and I said, what the hell? Is that what I just thought I just seen? I saw a big, giant head. It was a colossal head of the Anunnaki. Of us. We was on the highway. We was on the side. It was on the side of the highway. It was inside of this grass field. It was in the grass. I looked to the right. And I said, let me see if I can get a picture or something. But the bus drove by too fast. And I said, is that what I thought I just seen? I said, it is what I thought I just seen. I said, that is a giant colossal head of something called the Olmec. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Then I looked it up on my phone. I looked at Olmec colossal head, Veracruz. And I said, damn, that shit was right here. They have been hiding it from us. They have been writing our own history books because they didn't know that we were traveling. They've been hiding it from us, and they've been hiding the fact that this entire continent belongs to your black people, your Anunnaki. They've been hiding that from us. But once we travel outside of the United States, we see that everything resembles us. Everything on this planet looks like y'all, man. Everything. These motherfucking Hispanics ain't original to nowhere. The only originals are you. You are the originals. Every single one of you. And that's what I had to see with my own 2 eyes. So with that being said, I have to let you know this. I have to let every single one of you know this. That this entire continent is not 3 continents, it's 1 continent. North America, South America, and Central America is all 1 continent. And at one time, it had no one but black people. That was it. It was just us. Just us. We was everywhere. They invaded our lands, they took it over, and then they did something called ethnic cleansing. Started killing our people, and then they started taking over our land. That's what they did to us. And I saw with my own 2 goddamn eyes. So for the people who are saying that we are not the originals, we say, look, let's block their ass. Look, because I say this, we've been wasting a lot of time going back and forth with them. We've been wasting a lot of time. Let's not even go back and forth with their sellout ass. We will no longer go back and forth with sellouts. They have already sold out. And I don't think that there's any fixing them. I don't think we can fix them. I think they're just broken. And if they're broken, all right, let them be broken. That's it. That's what it is. Yeah, so for many of my people, what I wrote inside of this textbook did not come from some shit that I found on the internet. It came from personal life experience. You can't beat that. Y'all can't beat that, man. We had to travel. We said, all right, shit, all right, look, we traveled, all right, let's write the goddamn book. And we wrote it. Next step is, look, now it's time to take over the pyramids. Got to take over the goddamn pyramids. Have to. We're going to be up in there deep. Thank you so much for being our security, my sister. Sibylline. So with that being said, my Tamericans, that is your nationality. Every single one of you, you are all Tamericans. That is your nationality. And for the new people, let me show y'all something. We have created the Tamerican flag. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the Tamerican flag. This is our first step. You have all asked for a solution. Well, Tassim Deliza, that is my name. I have come up with a solution for you all. And let me show you it today. Our solution. What are we going to do next? You've all been asking, all right, what are we going to do next? What are we supposed to do? Let me show y'all this. Where's it at? Let me find it. Pull it up on the computer. Here it is. There we go. All right. So for the new people up in here, if you are new, let me know. Let me know if this is your first live stream, your second live stream. Let me know. Let me show y'all something. If you are new here and you've been asking, what is the plan? Go handle that, my sister Cymbeline. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You gotta get there. You're new, my sister Nikki. Well, Grand Rising, my sister Nikki. Grand Rising, K Divine. Grand Rising, family. Welcome to the live stream. It's a pleasure to see you all. What I'm gonna Grand Rising, is Tierra. Grand Rising, Tierra. Grand Rising, Amina. This is my family. Grand Rising, Chosen. And Grand Rising, my brother Alan. What I'm going to be showing with you, every single one of you, is a prototype, okay? You've all been asking, we've all known this, that if we are to get our freedom and independence, the only way for it to happen is by us coming together, okay? But coming together only happens when you have leadership and a flag. Flag creates unification. And uniform creates unification. This is why when we were all children, have any of y'all went to a school and every single one of us had to wear the same uniform? I know they do this in the South, not so much on the West Coast. But when I went to school in Mississippi, because I went to school in Mississippi for a little bit, elementary school, I went there in the 4th grade. You said that was after you? Grand Rising, my sister Eve. Get the book in the bottom left. Yeah, well, it's now on the screen now. I'm gonna be sharing this with you all. You said you're 55. Well, Grand Rising, Nikki, 55. Well, that's same age. That's my mom. That's all. My mom is at work right now. Grand Rising. So, if you've been in school, when I was in school in Mississippi. I was in the 4th grade. You know, we moved there for a little bit. And my mom, she moved there because my family, they had a house in Mississippi. So my mom, she moved there and she said, look, you are my children. You are all going to go to school here. My brother, he went to middle school. I went to elementary school. And then my younger brother, he went to elementary school as well. And when we went to the school, they said that we had to wear uniforms. Every single one of us had to wear a button-up polo collared shirt with some khakis. You either had the navy blue khakis or you had the tan khakis Or they had Dickies. That was the name of it. And we all had to wear that. I said, I ain't trying to wear this, Mommy. I ain't used to this. She said, look, you gonna have to wear this goddamn uniform because this is how you gonna be in school. I said, but look at these pants. They're baggy. I'm skinny. I don't wear baggy pants. She said, you're going to have to wear them. Yeah, that's what y'all wore. That is what we wore. So I went to the school. I went to the 4th grade. And all of us, we either had the white colored polo shirts or we had the navy blue polo shirt because that was our uniform. But now, even as adults, we need uniform too. That is how we come together. Uniform is what brings the people together. Without uniform, there is no unification. It's in the word. So when we said that black folks need to stick together, look, first step is we all need to have the same uniform. And number 2, we all need to have the same flag. That is what will unite us. Now let me show you this. This right here is a prototype. A flag that I created. Because somebody got to create the flag anyways. This shit ain't going to come out the sky. And Jesus definitely not creating the flag with his white ass. Motherfucker's in the clouds right now. He ain't finna create no flag for us. You know what I'm saying? So this right here on the screen is a prototype of what I call the Thai-American flag. Let me see. Oh, that's a drop out. Let me fix that. The prototype. Let me exit out of this. Boom. All right. Prototype. This is the first variation to our own flag. This flag is our original colors. I know some people have asked, they said, look, how come it's not red, black, and green? That is not the American colors. That is African colors, and we're not Africans. And we've never been Africans. This is our flag. And this is the flag that is going to unite every single one of us. We will all have this flag inside of our houses. This is how we will unite. None of us will be fighting against each other. All of us will be sticking together. And if you ever see one of your Tamericans get attacked, an attack on one Tamerican is an attack on all Tamericans. And best believe they're going to be in a fight for their life. Y'all see what I'm saying? You don't attack one of us. Because I know that, some of the police, they be attacking our women. I wish you would attack our women when we all got this goddamn flag. Hey, motherfucker, hey. Like they say in Africa, they say they gonna come up missing. That's what the Africans say. They say, you don't mess with them. I said, shit, I ain't finna mess with them. Because they don't know what they finna do. I said, our men will be on that same mentality. You will no longer attack our women. It is our job to protect them. That's our whole job. You so right, my brother Allen. But the way to protect our women, number 1, is we need our own flag and our own uniform. Thank you so much, my sister Nikki. This is a prototype. I don't know if it's the final version. We're still working on it. We will still be working on it gradually. But that will be the first step in uniting our people. Step number 2. Step number 2, I must let you all know this. I must let you all know this. As I traveled across the world, it didn't cost that much. A little passport, $150. Plane ticket, $300. Traveling. Right? I have to let you all know this, that this American continent is your continent. There's no difference between the United States and Mexico. There's no difference. It's all yours. The trees look the same. The roads look the same. The grocery stores, they look a little bit different. They speak in Spanish. But it's all the same. I must let you know this. Okay, I must let you know this. Our first step, and I appreciate every single one of you for buying our textbook. Okay? Our first step is this. Look, we've tried to build movements in the past. We tried to unite our people in the past, and we've all stayed inside of their cities. By us doing that, they have labeled us as a radical organization. They've labeled us as terrorist organizations. They've even had entire meetings hosted by them. They have all searched for that one black man who was going to unite all of the people. And they said he is a threat to our national security. I'm going to tell y'all the truth because that is what they've done with us. That is why they created something called COINTELPRO. And it has all been to separate the Anunnaki from uniting. That's their biggest fear, because once we unite together, we will overthrow every single one of them without exception. The only way that our people are going to be protected is this, okay? I want you to know this. This is your continent. It's not only your country, but it is your continent, and there are black people who live all over this continent. Everywhere. We live everywhere. But this is how they stopped us. We tried to build our own schools inside of the United States, and they blew the schools up into smithereens. My question is this: do y'all honestly believe that times have changed? Do you believe that they're honestly going to let us build a school now because it's maybe 40 years later? We tried this in the 1960s, and now it's the 2020, or 60 years later. Do you honestly believe that they're going to allow us to build another school right here? No, they're not going to allow us. They're going to do the same thing that they did to us 60 years ago. Blow it up. And I remember I talked to my mom, and my mom told me this. She said, my son, we don't have time to be building something and then for them to destroy it, and then we have to keep on rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding, and they're going to destroy it, and then we're going to rebuild, and then they're going to destroy it, and then we're going to rebuild. She said, my son, we don't have time for that. I said, yes, my mother. I said, okay, we're going to have to do something a little bit different. She said, yes, my son, the first step on your journey, because I know we care about you, you are going to be the one to save our people, but we cannot afford to lose you. Security, yeah, that's one of the things. She said, we cannot afford to lose you. I said, okay, what do we do? She said, the first step is you're going to have to leave this regime. And at first I was like, but this is my land. She said, yeah, I know this is your land, but the longer you stay here, that's how they get you. And we think about all of our leaders. We've had leaders that have come before. We've had a leader by the name of Fred Hampton. He was a leader of the Black Panther Party. He was a chaplain of the Panthers. He did this at the age of 21 years old, and they killed him. 21, he was young. He started at 19, he left the planet at 21. You're right, my sister. You are right. They're not going to ask that. But yes, Fred Hampton, the chaplain of the Black Panther Party, they got rid of him. And you said it while he was asleep at that. Yes, family. While he was asleep. But he wasn't asleep. They done put something in his drink that made him go to sleep. Y'all see what I'm saying? I want you to know this. We will not, and we have zero intentions. We will never unite with the motherfucking Mexicans. I'm not finna unite with y'all. They done had us believing that we should unite with they ass. They are the enemy. Had us believing that they were brown and we were black. Get your lying ass on. Last time I checked, we are the color brown and they are not. So we will not unite with y'all. Y'all can go to hell. Y'all can team up with the motherfucking Caucasians. We don't give a damn. Show your true colors, motherfucker. You are not on our team. You said, what did the Mexicans do to us? They took over our country because Mexico belongs to black folks. It belongs to us. And I was there. I had to see it with my own two eyes. Black people are the original people. They are the indigenous people of Mexico. Yes, the hell we are. This is our continent. Thank you so much for holding it down, Sister Teresa. So many of y'all did not know that. Look, we ain't finna team up with none of y'all. We don't give a damn. We ain't finna team up with no Mexicans. We definitely ain't finna team up with no Siberians. We ain't teaming up with none of them. We finna team up with us, and that's it. Just our own people. We don't give a damn about no one else. Y'all see what I'm saying? So our first, and my mom said this. She said, Tasim, my son, we cannot afford to lose you. Because if you go, then we got to wait another 20 years for the next person to come back. Because like I told y'all, black people are immortal. We just come back. We just come back a new body. That's it. It's just a new body. Same person, new body every time. Right? They are going to lose, exactly. So our first step, my mom said this. She said, my son, I love you, but you must leave this regime. I said, yes, my mother. I said, where do I go? All right. And as we came back, it got me thinking. We live on a giant continent. The United States has 2.6 billion acres. But imagine how much acres the entire Central America has as well. Imagine. Because we can look it up together. How much acres does the entire North American continent have? Because they done took 2.6 billion of us just from the United States. How much did they take from us in Mexico as well? Had us believe it. Because I lived in Mexico. I thought it was a whole desert with tumbleweeds. But it wasn't tumbleweeds and it wasn't a desert. It was very tropical and there was no winter time. There was no snow. It was hot the whole day. It was hot. I was in Mexico. I'm like, damn, this shit is hot. It's December. Where the snow at? Where's Santa Claus at? His fat ass did not come out the chimney. He wasn't there. Santa Claus' big ass was not in Mexico. I was looking for his ass out the window. I'm like, damn, Santa Claus, where your fat ass at? He wasn't there. Y'all see what I'm saying? His ass was not there. There was no snow in Mexico. And that let me know something. That let me know that they control the weather inside of the United States. They control the weather. The reason why there's snow is because they are making snow. And I had to see with my own two eyes. I said, damn, what my teacher said was right. They do create the weather. That shit ain't natural. Mexico right there, how come ain't no snow over there? And it's the same thing with the rest of the continent as well. There's no snow in the Honduras. There's no snow in Nicaragua. There's no snow in Panama. There's no snow in Costa Rica. That's why people move to those islands. Because they don't control the weather on those islands. Thank you so much for the gifts, my sister Eve. Weather control. That's what it is. They have weather control. They control the weather. So I said, look, okay, look, it got me thinking. They only control what goes down inside of this regime, the United States. They only control what goes down over here. But they do not control what happens in Mexico. They do not control what happens in Costa Rica. They do not control what happens in Haiti. They don't control what happens in Jamaica. They don't control what happens in Cuba. I said a few of us are going to have to build our own stations over there. Our own, what's the word that we're looking for? We're looking for the word of embassies. That's the word. We're going to have to build our own American embassies over there. It ain't going to cost a lot because it's cheaper to live outside of the U.S. If y'all didn't know that, it's so much cheaper to live outside the U.S. than it is to live inside of here. Okay? It is your continent. The entire continent belongs to you. It was all black people. All right? It was so much cheaper. So I said, okay. I said, what if we can... I got me thinking because I was looking at it and I was looking this up. I said, how much black people are in the country of Colombia? For some of y'all might not want to go because it's too far. But it had me thinking. I said, how much of our people live over there? We're going to look it up right now. We're going to look it up together. What's the population? What's the black population of Colombia? Because I'm going to show y'all what they look like. They look just like you. They're not called Afro-Colombians, and they're not mixed either. We not mixed. I lived in Mexico, and I saw a Colombian woman, but I thought she was from the South. I said, but it was in Mexico, so I knew everybody spoke Spanish, but I was there. And she looked just like she would be related to me. I said, my sister, where are you from? And she had her little daughter next to her. She only spoke Spanish. So I said, mi hermana. I said, ¿de dónde es usted? To where you from? She said, soy de Colombia. I said, what? What the fuck you mean, Colombia? You looking just like me. I ain't think they had no black folks in Colombia. She said, sí, yo soy de Colombia. It got me really thinking. I said, hold up. They got black folks in Colombia? Yes, they do. And they look just like you. And their country was colonized just like our country was colonized. So both of us have something in common. Both of our shit was invaded and taken over. Like you said, brother, makes you wonder for real. They look just like us. Now let me show y'all something. What's the population over there? What's the population of the country of Colombia with your people? Because they look just like you. The population of Colombia with black folk, it says this. But they be lying about the numbers. That is a lesson to know. Look, when we travel, we realize that these folks have been lying to us the whole time. And you cannot be educated with their lying ass textbooks. All of their textbooks have been filled with lies. That is why we have written our own from our own life experiences. So let me show y'all this. The population of Colombia, it says this. It says that the population of Colombia with black people, they call them Afro-Colombian, but really they are the indigenous Colombian, the Aboriginal Colombian. It says that they are 4.6 million deep. So we got 4.6 million black folks who live in Colombia, and they are not descendants of Africans. They are descendants of Anunnaki, and that's our race. Y'all see what we're saying? We're all Anunnaki descendants, not African descendants. We're not all African. We are all Anunnaki. That's it. We're Anunnaki who live on different parts of the planet. That's it. We live on the western region, and the Africans live over there on the eastern region. But we are all the same species. So it says they got 4.67 million black folks in Colombia. It might be more than that, because I'm thinking it's something like 15 million. But they be lying about the numbers. Y'all know that they be lying. So it had me thinking this. I said, hold up. We got something in common. Let's say we go to Colombia. Let's say like a group of us, 20 of us go to Colombia. And we talk to the Colombians. Okay? And we talk to them and we say, your country was taken over. And my country was taken over. Right? Because they're right there. They're not far. They're looking just like us. They got the same hair. And then we say this. We say, we both have a common enemy. And the common enemy is anybody who is non-black. If you're non-Anunnaki, you are our common enemy. And we teaming up with them. And they say, you know what? You're right. And they say, these motherfuckers, and they might say it like that. These motherfuckers, they took over our country. They might say it like that. But they would say it in Spanish. They would say, esta gente. How are we going to say it in Spanish? They would say, necesitamos recuperar nuestra tierra. That means we need to recuperate, we need to recover our land together, juntos. Those are your allies. Y'all see what I'm saying? Those are your people. We all go through the same struggle. They took over both of our countries. I said, this is how we form an alliance and we together create an empire. Y'all know with BRICS going around, they created the BRICS currency and all of these countries teamed up together. I said, why can't the black folks who live on the American continent team up together and formulate our own currency together? This currency will dethrone their currency. We will have a powerful army. And we'll be able to have our own schools. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what we talking about? By teaming up together, that is how we do it. But if y'all thinking like, hey, maybe Colombia's a little bit too far. I ain't trying to go to Colombia. Well, shit, you can go to Belize. You want me to show y'all how close Belize is? Y'all ever heard of the country called Belize? All black folks as well, looking just like us. I said, look, we need to create an empire. I've been reading the comments. I read pretty much every single comment that you all make. We had the video with that hit, it has 375,000 views, and I want to say thank you all. No, it's at 380,000. Thank you all for reposting the video. Thank you for sharing the video on your story. This video has reached everywhere. I know they're watching us. They watching us, and they know that we're coming together. They know, and they're afraid. Y'all can be afraid, all right? Because your time is up. Let me show y'all something right here. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something right now today. There we go. They are watching because they know that their time is up. And they are, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Just like they overthrew us, they will be overthrown as well. You're welcome, my sister Empress. You're welcome. That is our duty. We have to educate, and then we have to lead the people so we can all come together with one empire. So let me show y'all something so you can see this. I'm going to show you this on your screen. All right, I'm gonna pull it up right now. So I have it on my screen. Let me show y'all this. Y'all have maybe never seen this before. But I'm gonna show y'all this, and I'm gonna show you what these beautiful people look like. This is our first step. My mother, she's the same age as some of you all, 50, 55. And she told me this. And I had to start listening because the woman is wise. The woman is very wise. And usually when we try to do something, look, we end up dying early. We end up losing our life early. So let me show y'all something. This right here on the screen. Let me show y'all right here. Thank you all for sharing the live. You talking the Bible? No, I ain't talking no goddamn Bible. We don't believe in no Caucasian ass Jesus. And we will never believe in his white ass no more. All right, so when you can't even see. Let me put the brightness a little bit lower. All right, let me show y'all. All right, this right here, what you see on the screen is the United States. This is the United States. This is Mexico. But let me show y'all something. Like I said, the entire continent belongs to you. You are indigenous. If you are a black person, you are indigenous to the entire continent of North and South and Central America. This is your continent. But let me show y'all something, all right? What's on the screen? Move this up the screen. All right, let me show y'all something. All right, this right here is the United States. This right here is Mexico. And down here, this over here is a country called Belize. And it's all black folks. They live everywhere. I said it's right there. I said these black people live everywhere. I said, how come they've been hiding them from me my whole life? I thought there was only black folks over here and the rest of the black people was in Africa. Because that's what they taught us. Look at them trying to pacify us, trying to call us all human. We ain't all human. We are Anunnaki. You are the goddamn human. You came out the caves. We did not. And we will never be the same. We're not the same as you. We are two different species. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Two different species on their ass. So it had me thinking. I said, look. Get these cavemen up out of here, man. They always joining our shit. We did not invite them. Thank you so much for holding it down, Teresa. I appreciate you, sister. You are keeping our community safe. We are thankful for you, sister. They up in here, they be joining in numbers and shit. Go join your own chants. See what I'm saying? Thank you, sister. We might need to have a second moderator because they are joining our live like crazy. They up in this motherfucker like some roaches. That shit is crazy, man. We didn't mention them one time. We mentioned in our own people, man. Thank you, Teresa, for holding it down, sister. Thank you. And thank you, Tiara. I appreciate you, sister. They know what we're doing right now is so powerful that they fear us. They are afraid of us. But we know their time has come to an end. It's a wrap, y'all. This is our shit. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it had me thinking, when we look at this map, okay, they separated our people. They had us believing that we were all different. We're not different. We're all the same. We're all the same. All of your black folks, we're all the same. It don't matter where you're from. None of us have African DNA. We have Anunnaki DNA, but that's it. Anunnaki, because we Anunnaki. Not African. All right? This entire continent. This is Mexico. This is United States. This is the central. Well, no, the whole thing is Mexico, actually. But down here, over here, right here, this is the country of Belize. This is Guadalajara. I mean, not Guadalajara. This is, wait, hold on. How do I forget the country name? Oh, Guatemala. Guatemala, that's the country. And they got all black folks. Okay? It had me thinking. My mom said this. Look, if you try to build your own schools right here in the United States, they're going to destroy them. And all that money goes down the drain. We tried this before. She said, look, if you're trying to build something, build it outside. She said, yes, you can still help your people. You can still help the rest of them. Right? Wouldn't y'all like to give birth at home? Instead of at they goddamn hospitals where you got to inject your babies with about 30,000 shots. And then they got to wipe their memory so they don't remember their past life. Y'all see what we saying? Ain't we tired of that? Got to get all these goddamn shots and all that nonsense. It messes with our DNA. They have made it illegal for us to have children at home. But they can only do it right here in the USA. But they cannot do it anywhere else. So my mom, she had me thinking, she said, look, Tassim, this is the only option that you have. Because look, when you build something, we cannot afford them to destroy it. She said, look, a couple of y'all, we can go to Jamaica. And we could build our own community over there. And we will be the Tamericans who live in Jamaica. Got me thinking. I said, yeah. And I started researching. I said, shit. I said, Jamaicans also live in Mexico. Why the hell they got Jamaicans in Mexico? I said, matter of fact, they got Jamaicans in Mexico. They got Haitians in Mexico. They got Chinese in Mexico. How come the only ones who ain't got their own shit is the Tamericans? It's because we believe that when we go somewhere, we automatically lose our nationality. But let me teach y'all something. You're never going to lose your nationality because we now have one. It don't matter where you go, you are still a Tamerican to the day that you die. You're a Tamerican your whole life. That is your nationality. You are all Tamericans. It don't matter where you go. You'll just be a Tamerican who lives in Mexico with Mexico citizenship, but you'll still be a Tamerican. We said this. Look, we have to come together as an empire. We have to expand our mind. We can no longer be inside this little small, tiny box. We must expand beyond the box. And we must realize that this entire continent is our shit. The whole thing. Canada included, it's yours. It's all yours. It belongs to the Anunnaki. And if you got this copper skin color, you are all Anunnaki. Thank you so much for holding it down, Alan. Thank you. Y'all see? Thank you on my roof for liking it live, brother. That's what they fear. And we proposed this. We said this is going to be a plan in the making. It might take 12 months to make it happen. But at the end of the 12 months, it will happen. We said this. Stick with me. We started thinking this. We said, look. We said, hey, y'all. We said, we need to take over the entire Mexico, y'all. The whole thing. The whole shit. We said, imagine we could control the whole thing. Just think about that. We could have our own grocery stores named after us, our own beauty supplies as well. Our own hair salons. I know for our goddess, look, we need to get our goddamn hair done. I said we could have our own. Y'all see what we saying? And then we thought about it. I said, and we could copy that same formula and do that to every single country inside of our continent. This is how you know what we're doing is powerful. Because these motherfucking cavemen keep on joining our shit. This is crazy, man. He done blocked 700 people? Dang. Thank you for holding it down, sister. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for keeping our community safe. Look, we have to notice as we move through life. As we move through life, we got to keep our women and children and we have to keep them safe. And right now, you all are doing a fantastic job of keeping them safe. Thank you. Thank you all. Keep speaking truth to power. I will keep speaking truth to power. This is our shit. See what we say? They're really up in our goddamn life. We trying to talk with each other and they over here interrupting. Okay. This is crazy. Thank you for holding it down. For the rest of my family, let's get this live to 40,000 likes. Let's tap the screen. Let's get this live to 40,000 likes. We had 32,000. Let's get it to 40,000 because they be trying to sneak up inside of our lives and they be false reporting. In disguise, they watching. They really be in disguise. They be having entire profiles and they be grabbing some of our faces and they be making fake accounts. And they said, hey guys, I'm also black. And they say, as a black person, I would never do that. Look, we would never say that. None of us would ever say as a black person. What type of shit is that? See what I'm saying? They be trying to be undercover, trying to act like us. Look, cut it out. All right, you are not us. Two different species. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, my Caribbean brother. They know. That's why they tapping up in here. They're like, oh shit, damn, we gotta join the live, man. Thank you so much, family. So we talked about this. In my Caribbean, my family know who live in the Caribbean. We said this. We said, what if we take over the entire Belize? And we got a bunch of Tamaricans who move up in there. Build our own Tamarican communities. Our own Tamarican schools. We will have our own Tamarican jobs. I said, what if we do that? Wouldn't your sons be safe? Just think about that. The number one fear as a young man, same thing when I was 17, 16. Number one fear is that a goddamn police officer was going to take my life. At a young age, because my mom, she always put it in my head. She said, Tassim, look, make sure when you interact with these goddamn police, make sure to listen and follow what they say. I said, okay, mommy. But when I was 17, I remember I started becoming an entrepreneur. I started selling air fresheners. I bought it from a factory. This factory, there was a man, I met him. He had a book, and I read his book, and then I started selling for him. This was his business. This is like the little cologne that you wear. Little cologne, little car spray. I bought an entire box, and I started selling it. Inside of parking lots, I started walking up to people and selling it. And then, I didn't even know it, but it was some Caucasian woman. She called the police on me, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I went back to my car. I was making money. I think I made something like $400 in a day. And the only thing I heard when I was in my car, I was on the phone with the bank. And I was on the phone, I had my phone next to me. I was calling the bank to make sure that I transferred my money to my checking account and savings account and all of that. And the only thing that I heard was, put your hands on the steering wheel. That's all I heard. I looked to the right. And then I heard again, put your fucking hands on the steering wheel. That's what I heard. I dropped my phone. I put my hands on the steering wheel. This is what we have to go through as young men. When we're 16, 17, this is what happens to us. He said, is this your car? Does this car belong to you? I had my hands on the steering wheel. Does this car belong to you or did you steal it? That's what he asked me. The woman on the phone, the banker lady, she said, hello, hello, hello. Is anybody here? I didn't hang up the phone. It was just on the ground. Is this your car? And I was scared because I was 17. I didn't have my license. I had a permit. And I remember my mom telling me, look, you can't be driving around because you might go to jail. I said, no, this is not my car. Right? It was my car. But I said, no, this is not my car. Whose car is it? That's what he asked me. Whose car is this? I said, this belongs to the lady inside the restaurant. It's her car. I said, I'm just sitting here and watching the car for her. And the crazy thing is, this was a black police officer. But they got our men as well. They even got our grown men. I'm 17 years old. This motherfucker told me to put the fucking hands on the steering wheel. He had a gun pointed at me. And I thought that I was going to lose my life. 17. That's what we have to go through as 17-year-old young men. That's why I know it's not safe for y'all. This is what they do to us. He went inside the restaurant. He asked the woman, "Is that her car?" And she saved my back. Saved my ass. She said, "Yeah, this is my car." She said, "This is actually my little brother." She protected me. Why do our young men have to go through that? I was a young man, never got in trouble. Never got in trouble. But the motherfucker told me to put my hands on the fucking steering wheel, aimed a gun at my head. 17 years old. So when I say that, look, a couple of us, yes, they are scared of us. That is so true. That same fear is the same fear that a lot of our mothers have to go through. Because they believe that one day their son, they're going to tell their son that they love them. They're going to give them a kiss goodbye. And if they're going to receive a phone call, and that phone call, it might be from a cousin or an auntie, or some family member. And that phone call, they pick it up because they've been wondering, my son's been missing all day. Where's my son at? Where's my son? He's supposed to come home. He usually comes home at 6 o'clock. The mom is freaking out. She calling the neighbors. Did y'all see my son? Nobody seen him. She get the call at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at night. She freaking out. She can't go to sleep. She wondering what's going on. And they call her. They say, "Hey." They said, Is this Nikki?" "Yeah, this is Nikki." "This is your cousin." "All right, what cousin is it?" "This is your cousin Rob. We heard on the news that your boy was dead. He actually got shot by the police." She drops the phone. Her heart drops. She lost her son that she gave birth to, that she've raised for 16 years, and he's no longer here because they took him out. That is what our women have to go through. That is what our young boys have to go through. But that's how we know it's not safe for us. They took our land and then they kill us. Because we're simply trying to take our land back. That is what we have to go through. And we ask, how much longer are we going to put up with this? How much longer are we going to go through this? We've been trying for years. We've been going through this. They took over our country. This is not their country. They took over our country. This is our home, and they took it over. All we're trying to do is unite with each other. We can't even build our own communities separate from them because they destroy it. Blow up our entire communities. So that's what my mom, she said this. She said, look, we have a solution. She said, a couple of us. It's not going to be all just a couple of us. She said, look, instead of trying to build our communities over here in the United States because they're going to destroy it and they're going to put us in jail and they're going to kill the men. She said, instead of trying to do that here, she said, a couple of us need to go outside of the country and build it over there. And she said, we're not going away because it's our home. She said, one day we will return home so we could take everything back and save the rest of our people. That's what she told me. And it got me thinking. I said, okay, my mother. I said, okay. She said, if you're ever in trouble, do not stay. You must leave. That's what she said to me. Thank you so much for liking the live, family. Thank you so much for 40,000 likes. So she got me thinking. And when I left the country, I realized how much safer it was for our young men. Okay? I said, look, we have to think outside the box. I said, what if we build our own community in Mexico? Get your passports. We could build our own businesses, our own companies, even our own mining companies, so we can now mine our own minerals. I said, we can do that if we're outside of the regime. Now we can build our own bridges, because we have our own steel factories, our own iron factories, copper, because we're the ones mining the minerals. I said, what if we can do that for every country inside of the American continent? Because if we try to do it here, we would go to jail. We tried that before. We've done this in the 1960s in Chicago. One of them, his name is Larry Hoover. Where's Larry Hoover at right now? He is in jail. And he's been in jail even before I was born. They're not going to let him out. Who's another one? Dr. Malachi York. All he was doing was uniting the people. Who's another one? Fred Hampton. Got rid of him. He was 21 years old. Who's another one? His name is Huey P. Newton. They put them all in jail. I said, look, we cannot do the same things over and over and over again. They said this, the definition of insanity is to do the same things over and over again and expect a different result. You cannot do the same things and expect different outcomes. It'll never happen. You have to do different things to get a different outcome. I said, okay. I said, let's have a different outcome today. We must together build an empire. And that empire unites the entire continent. An empire, we can have an empire with 35 countries inside of it. And that's how we unite. I said that should be our goal. We should be building the empire of Tamari. The empire Tamari unite. That should be our goal. And that was the comments that you all left on my video. I said, this is the kingdom of Tamari. Y'all said, nah, not a kingdom, an empire. In Tamari we trust. Glory to Tamari. And it got me thinking. I said, y'all are right. We should be thinking about an empire. Not just a little kingdom, an empire. That's with all of us. I said, that means that they can never defeat us if we are an empire. I said, okay, we should be making those preparations to build an empire. And that empire means that we are going to have a new currency. And every country is going to have the same currency, just like BRICS. The Tamaricans can do the same thing. The Tamaricans, we will have our own currency with our face on it. In Tamari we trust. I said, that's all it takes. I said, okay, well, how are we going to start it up? How are we going to do this? I said, the first step is, look, we got to choose a location. We got to choose a spot. Let's meet up at the Grand Canyon? Absolutely not. They got that shit with surveillance. They really be watching over there. I'm with y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of the live, all of my Tamarican family. I said that should be our first step. I lived in Mexico. Did y'all know how much I paid for rent in Mexico? Did you also know that you don't need a credit score in Mexico? You don't need a credit score. It got me thinking, I'm like, hold up, shit, we don't need a credit score? No. I paid in Mexico for a 2-bedroom house, and you can get a 3-bedroom house as well. Not an apartment, a house. I paid $600 a month. Have y'all ever heard of that? $600 I paid for my house in Mexico. No credit score was needed. Like I said, no credit score needed in Tamari. I said, that's all it costs. $600 a month. I said, look, we could possibly build our own houses and eventually our own neighborhoods so all of us can live together. It'll be the Tamarican community. I said, why can't we do it? The Chinese do it. Y'all know that the Chinese come over here to our country and they build their own communities and neighborhoods? They got their own grocery stores. They got the Chinese letters on every goddamn street sign. I said, they do it. Why the hell can't we do it? The Tamarican Empire of Tamari. I said, we can do it. Credit is a caste system created to keep the Tamaricans out of. Yes. I'm with you, my sister E. You down? You ready to separate and build? Yes. If you're ready to separate, I need you to join our free Discord community. Our first step is we must separate from them. We can no longer live together. It's now time for us to separate. It's time. Every time we try to build with them and all together and live in these same communities, look, they police our entire neighborhoods. If you are tired and you're ready to separate from them, I need you to join our free Discord community. It's in the link in my bio. You'll find the Linktree link, and on top of the Linktree, you will find the Kingdom of Tamari Discord. I should be changing it to the Empire Tamari. You say, can a non-Tamari visit? A non-Tamari. What is a non-Tamari? Teresa, I'm with you, my sister. I'm with my sister Teresa. I stand with her. Hell no. Okay, that's what Eve said. She said, hell no. It's just Tamaricans. Our first step is we must separate from them. We must build with each other. We could build our own hospitals. We could build our own stores. We could build our own farms. We could build our own schools. Respectfully, no, I'm with y'all. Thank you for holding it down, my brother. I said that's the first step. That's the first step. We must separate from them. And the first step to separating from them is this. Thank you so much, Brother Allen. First step. First step to separate from them is this. First step is I created something for you. Many of us have heard about Black Wall Street, okay? And inside of Black Wall Street, it was a community, and there was not just one, there was hundreds of Black Wall Streets. They called them Negro Wall Streets. They had hundreds of them. And inside of these Wall Streets, we had our own businesses. Some of us had restaurants. Some of us had schools. Some of us had our own stock market. Some of us was doing the cosmetology. Y'all see, all that beauty, looking beautiful. Our women were looking extra beautiful. And we had our own currency, and we shared our money within our own community. That's what we had. I said, okay, look, it's time to run it back. It's time to run it back. But look, we must think a little bit different. We're not going to run it back inside of their regime because they'll blow it up again. If y'all didn't know this, the reason why Black Wall Street is destroyed was because they brought in the National Guard. Y'all didn't know this, that they dropped missiles on Black Wall Street. Yes, just like they dropped missiles on Hiroshima, they did the same shit. Might have not been a nuke, but it was some missiles. They dropped missiles on us. And this happened at midnight. Midnight, everybody sleep. We got a couple of Anunnaki patrolling the perimeter. They came in with the planes, and the planes was flying over, and then they dropped bombs on us. But they didn't tell us that. They had us believing that it was some goddamn Molotov cocktails and some racist hillbillies. It was not that. It was missiles. And then they had the entire military surrounding the district. They had trucks. They had trucks, big wheels, trucks with giant machine guns on the back. And as soon as they dropped the missile, right, all you heard, that's all you heard. Bombs dropping. Buildings catching on fire. They didn't give a damn about our families. They didn't care about our children. They eliminated them. That's what happened. Little girls was inside of the building. They didn't give a damn. They dropped bombs on them. That's what they did to us. The men, they ran outside. What's going on? Why are there explosions going off? But the army had machine guns surrounding the entire city. Like this. And they were waiting. Machine guns and sniper rifles. Every time they saw a Anunnaki coming outside, they shot them. And we were running outside, hitting the back, and we hit the ground. And that's what happened to us. They killed our ancestors. And now they try to talk about having peace. How we gonna have peace when you drop missiles on me? Machine guns on me? How could I ever have peace with that? No such thing as peace. Yes, my sister. That's what they did to us. That's why the Black Wall Street failed, was because they blew it up. That's what happened. Because we believe that we can build in peace, and they were just going to allow us to build in peace. But hell no, we were sadly mistaken. We built and we thrived and we superseded these motherfuckers. But they dropped bombs on us and brought the entire military on us. And they did this to every Wall Street. And for the ones who were not going to surrender, they killed them. And then they stole the Wall Street name for themselves. Yes, my sister Teresa. So that's what they did to us. We said, look, we got to run it back. But this time, we're going to have an entire military waiting on their ass. I wish you motherfuckers would try to drop bombs on us. We will have everything. Air defense, every goddamn thing. Helicopters, our own planes. All of that. But we will bring back ancient technology. Because that shit is stored within our DNA. Like you said, they took it for themselves. Y'all see? And then they try to call us lazy. We ain't lazy. We are the creators of everything. So y'all see? So we said, look, we have to run it back. We have to build our own community again. We have to. But now we must realize, once we start building our community, they are trying to have preparations to blow it up like they once did. They're not going to stop. So we said, shit, all right, let's build these communities on the entire continent. On the whole continent. And let's all have our one flag together. Same flag. All of us. With the same flag. Let's build our own nation and call it the Empire of Tamari. Let's make it happen again. Let's build our own stores, our own businesses once again. Let's choose a spot that we're going to go to first. We're going to build there and then we're going to expand. I said, let's make it happen. You said, take themselves out. Yes, family. And that is why I have created this textbook for you. For the past year, I have been writing this textbook. And it took time. I didn't even think that it was going to get published. Because the title, I thought these motherfuckers going to take me out. But I said I cannot change the title. I must let our people know that the entire planet was stolen from us. The whole thing was stolen from us. It wasn't just this continent. It was everything belonged to us. I said we can no longer use a passive title. Not no kiss-ass title. Not the history of the Negro past. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm ready to tell the truth. The entire continent, the entire country was stolen from me. I need you to start us off. If you're watching this live, I need you to add this textbook to your shopping cart, my Tamerican family. I have free shipping right now. Free shipping. I will deliver this book to you. I was supposed to be shipping out orders today, and I'll be doing that because the post office, they ship out orders at 4 p.m. I said it's time. I need you to add our textbook, This Planet Was Stolen from Black People, to your shopping cart. I'm going to be shipping off every single one of your books. I have an entire, I'm going to show you how much I have with me. The plan is this, within the next 2 to 5 years, we can sell something like 20,000 to 100,000 books. Now, the reason why I say that is because books control minds. Books control minds. That's what they hid from us. They used the book to control our mind. They put all this fake ass history inside of their books and we read it and then we believed that this was not our country because they control the books. So we said, if we control the books, we can take our country back. If we can control the books, we can take our shit back. Don't y'all want to take your shit back? Wouldn't you want to have a safe space for your children? We can all do this together. We can start providing jobs for each other. And we will no longer have to work for these goddamn Caucasians. Because these motherfuckers own everything. No longer working for their ass. We're going to work for ourselves. Rebuild our Black Wall Streets. But that shit is going to be everywhere. They can never attack it because we're going to be so fucking deep. I wish they would try to attack us. That is the goal. Entire planet belongs to us. Thank you for adding the textbook to your shopping cart. I need you to get it. If you can get it right now, or if you can get it when you get paid, I need you to get the textbook because this is our first step in uniting our people. Inside of the book, let me show y'all. That's why we're here. Let me show y'all what it looks like. It's at the bottom of your screen. Click on the textbook, add it to your shopping cart. That's why we're here, family. Let me show y'all. Inside of the textbook is the first time that you're ever going to hear about the kingdom of Tameri. It's not no goddamn novel. We ain't trying to read them weak ass novels. We need to have some fucking textbooks. They got all these books. We need some fucking pictures that shows us with an illustration that shows us what our land is. And as I show y'all in the book, I don't know if some of y'all have seen a couple of our videos, we have showed that on our land we have built palaces. This is what your ancestors have built. The Palace of Buffalo, New York. Y'all see this? Now what kind of, what Negro ass book, because that's what they call it. They call it Negro books or African history books because I'm tired of reading them shits. What African history book teaches you about the palaces that you created inside of the kingdom of Tameri? None of them. None of them teach you about your true history. This is the only one on the entire planet that teaches you about who the hell you are. And we don't just teach you about Tameri, we teach you about your race. These are your ancestors. They look exactly like you. My man right here look exactly like my uncle. My whole uncle. If my uncle had a fro, he would look just like him. This is what we have created for our own people. I show you that you are the Anunnaki race. That is why your skin color is brown. Because that is our race. This is the only book on the face of Planet Key. Planet Key is the name of our planet. This is the only book on the face of the planet that teaches you about your race. Only book. Only book. And your race is the Anunnaki race. These are your ancestors. These are who we descend from. We are the Anunnaki descendants. That's why we have afros and locks. And you said, we're not calling it an afro no more. Come up with the name. Whatever name you come up with, that's the name I will call it from now on. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is the only book that teaches you about your Anunnaki race. This is who you are. Anunnaki means that you are the creator of the entire planet. Yes, you are. You are the creator. That means every single one of you are intelligent. So if you are watching this live, I need you to get your copy of your textbook. If you are tired of being called an African slave, I need you to invest into me because I'm going to unite all of us. Get your textbook. If you're tired of being called an African because you're not an African, I need you to get your textbook. And for the ones who have gotten your textbook already, it said that there was going to be 6 delivered today. Thank you all for getting your textbook. You're going to be receiving them today. Thank you to all of my people. This is how we unite the rest of our people. This is how we take our shit back. It's time. The bottom of your screen, you can find it at the bottom of your screen. Or at the bottom left. I need you to add this textbook to your shopping cart. Okay? This is the first step. The first step. How do we wake up the rest of our people? By, imagine all of us got these motherfucking books inside of the streets. Imagine in your city, they see these books all over. They're going to be scared. But a lot of your brothers and sisters are going to be like, hey, what's that? What's that? What's that, Kathy? What you got in your hands, Kathy? What you got in your hands? They're going to be asking you, what is that in your hands? You can say, oh, no, this planet was stolen from black people. What is that? Well, shit, we done found out that this is our shit. Y'all see what we saying? We're going to use the money to build our first community together. Our first community, because we're going to rebuild these Wall Streets. And we're going to build them all over our continent. Y'all see? We're going to separate from them. We will be able to build our own bank. The Bank of Tamari. So it takes 5 seconds out of your day. It don't cost a dime. I need you to add this textbook to your shopping cart. This planet was stolen from black people. Add it to your shopping cart. It takes 5 seconds to do it. This is how we unite with the rest of us. And if you can, I need you to order your textbook because this is how we bring money into our own communities. We've been spending money with these Caucasians for too goddamn long. We've been spending money at Fashion Nova for these white ass people. Whole Caucasians investing into them. They not building up our communities. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn if you live or you die. They don't care. As long as they can make their money, that's all they care about. We've been spending all of our money at Fashion Nova. All of our money. Look, ain't nothing against the weaves, but the weave industry, they make billions off of us, and they don't invest a single dime into us. They don't. Walmart don't invest into us. Target don't invest into us. Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, none of them invest into us. None of them. All of these fucking weak-ass homeschool textbooks that they've been selling us that teach us false lies. All of these textbooks that we buy, they lie to us. But we spend millions with them every year to learn their lies. It's now time for us to invest into the actual truth. We spent $100. Oh, I remember I went to this weak-ass college so I could learn Spanish. I bought a Spanish textbook. That shit cost $120. I pay $120 to learn some fucking lies. That's how much I paid. They lied to me for $120. I paid them $120 to lie to me. And that's what we do. We paying them so much money every single year for them to lie to us. Are you tired of being lied to yet? Are y'all tired of being called an African American? Because that's not what you are. You are a Tamarican. If you're tired, I need you to get your goddamn copy of this textbook because this teaches you about your goddamn land. Only book. Only book. And we not none of them weak ass, because I'll be seeing these black ass authors. I'll be seeing these other black authors. These motherfuckers are weak. We can no longer be led by a weak man. We must be led by a strong man, and that's it. These motherfuckers who write our history books, they be kissing white people's ass. They're inside of their secret societies. They're members of a society called the Trilateral Commission. They be kissing their whole ass. Going to the meetings every goddamn month. They have something called chapter meetings. They meet up with these Caucasians once a week. At a private, undisclosed location. That's what the fuck they do. Y'all see? These motherfuckers are weak, but we still be buying from their ass. Billy Carson is one of these weak ass motherfuckers. That's his name. Kissing Caucasians' ass. That's what he does. Ain't y'all tired of that already? Black ass leaders kissing their ass? Because I know I'm tired of that. It's now time to stop kissing ass, and it's time to get revenge. We will no longer be peaceful. I'm tired of turning the other cheek. I'm tired of getting taken advantage of. Ain't y'all tired of getting taken advantage of? It's time that we invest into us, in our own communities, and our own leaders that are strong. That's what time it is. Y'all see? Thank you so much. I need every single one of you to add this textbook to your shopping cart. Every single one of you. We got 159 people up in here. I need y'all to add this textbook to your shopping cart. It takes 5 seconds to do it. Thank you so much for the gifts, family. I appreciate you. Click at the bottom of your screen. Add it to your shopping cart. It's now time for us to take matters into our own hands. Because Jesus is not going to come out of the clouds and save us. His ass does not exist. He's not going to pop his head out the clouds and say, I'm going to save the black folks. That shit is not happening. We must save ourselves. We have to save ourselves. Because Jesus is not going to save us. We've been waiting for 200 years and his ass still ain't came out the clouds. My grandma has finally woken up. She said, damn, she said they really had us with that weak ass Bible. I said, yes, grandma, yes, they did. 200 shit, we waiting 2,000 years on his ass then. My grandma, she said, damn, that's how they got us. That's how they brainwashed us. She said they had us all believing in that Bible and that has done nothing for us. I said, you are right, my grandmother. And that is why we have remained slaves. Ain't y'all tired of being slaves? Ain't we tired of being slaves? I'm tired of being a slave. I am tired of being a slave. It's time to break the chains off, and it's time to goddamn get rid of these motherfuckers. These slave masters. That's what time it is. It's time for all of us, hey, let's get to this motherfucker. Hey, let's get to his ass, right? It's time to get to his ass. Where he at? Preachers get more power from the church, blind folks. It's time. It's time. It's time to unite together. And we will ignore the distractions. All right, y'all? Thank you for viewing the product. I need every single one of you to add our textbook to your shopping cart. This is how we escape slavery. We have been slaves for too goddamn long. We can't even protect our own people, man. That's how bad they got us. We can't even protect our women. If our women get attacked by the goddamn police, we can't even do nothing because we're afraid that we're going to go to jail. It's time to break out of slavery. It's time to put matters into our own hands. It's time to save ourselves. And this is how we do it together. As the Tamericans. Thank you so much for the follow, family. Add this textbook to your shopping cart. I need y'all to order your textbook. I will be shipping it out. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, my brother Antonio. Thank you for adding it to your shopping cart. This is how we escape slavery. That's the first step. We must. My teacher taught me this. They said the first step to escaping slavery, the first step, number one, is we must. And I was like, why are you saying that? What do you mean? They said the number one step, Tassim, the number one is you must educate your own. You can no longer allow these Caucasians to educate your youth. No more. They will no longer educate us anymore. We will educate our own. That is how we free the rest of us, by educating us. Once we educate us, then every single one of our youth will know what the goddamn mission is. And that mission is to overthrow these motherfuckers. Like they did with us. They overthrew us, shit, let's overthrow their ass back. First step, that's what we finna do. Fuck them. We don't give a damn about them. Y'all see what we saying? We don't give a damn. We've been trying. We tried to have peace, and then they killed us. Thank you so much, my brother, Big Jaro. I appreciate you, brother. Oh, Big Jar. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you for the gifts, brother. Thank you. This is how we do it together. And it'll be pretty soon. It won't even take that long. 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. Right? So if you're 0 right now, you'll be 10 in 10 years. If you're 10 right now, you'll be 20 in 10 years. The way that they've controlled us was through the books. They controlled us through the books. They controlled every single one of the books. They brainwashed us through the books. They had us believing in Jesus through the books. They had us believing that we was going to get saved from a motherfucker with angel wings through the books. Ain't nobody finna come out the sky with no goddamn angel wings. Ain't nobody finna come out the sky flapping their goddamn wings and they finna come down and save us. That shit ain't happening. And like my brother Antonio said, the enemy will not teach you right. They certainly won't treat you right either. Shift change. We're waking up now. We realize ain't no motherfucker coming out the sky with no goddamn angel wings. Flapping them motherfuckers. Coming down. I'm finna go save the rest of the black folks. That shit ain't happening. It's not. It's gonna be one of us who's going to save us. That's how it's always been. We are the messiahs. The messiah is not finna come out the clouds. So now we're waking up. We are realizing ain't nobody finna come out the clouds. Clouds ain't finna open. Ain't no messiah finna come down. Pop his goddamn eyes out the clouds. Hello, black folks. Hi, I'm here to save you guys. That shit ain't happening. We've been waiting for far too long. It ain't happening. So it's time for us to stop goddamn waiting, and it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Big Jar, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rich. Yes, common sense. But they had us. They controlled the books. That's how they had us. But now we control the books. We control the books. And because we control the books, we can control our own people. We can unite with each other and we can take everything back. Everything. We control the goddamn books now, y'all. We control the books. They don't control shit no more. We control the books, not them. We do. And we will teach every single one of our young men. We will teach every single one of our sons. We will teach them this one message. We will say, hey, son. All right, because I know a lot of our fathers, and I'm going to be honest with you. For our father, if our father wasn't in the household, that's because they killed our father. Just like they did mine. All with different tactics. Some of them, they hired somebody to assassinate your father. That's what happened to some of us. Okay, that's what the goddamn government did. They hired somebody to assassinate your goddamn father. It wasn't no goddamn gang violence. That's all bullshit. They hired somebody. All right, for some of us, they put our father on some medication that killed him. That's what they did to my father. My father left the planet at 40 years old. And I was 7. So couldn't nobody teach me how to become a man? My older brother was, if I was 7, he was 10 when we lost our father. So then we lost our protector. Our fathers are our protectors. They purposely hired somebody to assassinate your protector. That's what they did to us. Like I said, they are the enemies. Ain't no having peace with them. See, the Caucasian ain't got to go through that because they ain't hired nobody to assassinate their fathers, but they did that for us. So we had to learn how to become a man. But it was hard. It was like, where's the man and where's our protector? When we were young, we was always asking, where is my protector? Well, these motherfuckers hired somebody to assassinate your protector. That's what they did. That was their whole job, man. Either assassinate him or put his ass in jail for 20, 30 years. That was their whole goal. If they get rid of your protector, then they can get rid of the whole family. That was the whole agenda. Y'all see? There was a whole agenda. So we would now do this in today's time. We said, look, maybe a couple of us got to go to Mexico just for a little bit. We're going to come back, but we're going to go to Mexico, build a community, come back. Bring some people, build a community, come back. But if you in Mexico, ain't nobody finna hire somebody to assassinate y'all. We're going to be able to protect each other. We will have our own police force. We said this. We're going to be teaching every single one of our young men. We will no longer be degrading our women. If we see anybody trying to degrade our women, we will punish them. We must put our women in high regards. They are our creators. They give birth to us. So we will let every single one of our young men know this, that it is your job, it is your duty to protect your Anunnaki woman. That's your job. That's why you're here. If you are a young black boy, when you're not black, you're Anunnaki. If you're a young Anunnaki male, your whole job will be to protect your female. She is the creator of you. It's not backwards. That she created you. She gave birth to your ass, motherfucker. She didn't pop your ass out. She gave birth to you. The way that we take our shit back, by bringing our numbers up, by bringing our population up, we can outnumber these motherfuckers and take everything back. And like my sister said, we will no longer be doing interracial inside of the empire. No more interracial dating their ass. We will not do that shit no more. That's disrespect to our women. It's time for us to unite, marry each other, have a beautiful family, have children together. 6 children. Y'all need to have 6 children. I don't know when we do 1 or 2 children. That shit ain't enough. We got to bring the numbers back up. We was having 6 children at one time before. It was natural, man. I come from a family of 6. 6 families, 6 siblings. That's the family I come from. We got to bring our numbers up. So we can't be having a 1 or 2 children no more. We need to bring the numbers up. Because once we bring the numbers up, shit, we can take everything back. Like Teresa said, no more interracial dating. We will wake the rest of our young men up. We will not be doing that. Okay? We will make sure, look, they are to blame because the women put us in charge. All right, but we will still listen. But we ain't doing that interracial shit no more. All right? It's time for us to unite together. It's time. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Brother Rich. Agreed. It's time. And that is what they are afraid of. They tried to separate us. They had us going after these goddamn Caucasians. We ain't finna do that shit no more. If we see these motherfuckers with a Caucasian, we're gonna put his ass inside of our prison. He gonna be like, what did I do? We said, hey, shit, you got the motherfucking caveman. You brought her ass up in here. She gotta go, but your ass gotta go to one of our jails. We will not tolerate that bullshit. We will no longer allow you to disrespect our race. We put our black woman in high regards. We are taking it back, like my brother Alan said. So that's what we doing, y'all. That's what we doing. The way to do that, the first step to do that, for the new people who are inside the live, I need you to add our textbook, This Planet Was Stolen from Black People, to your shopping cart. When they said black people don't read, these motherfuckers are liars. They whole liars. We do read. We the ones buying all these goddamn books. I done shipped out 20 orders 2 days ago. It was all black people orders. It was us. We was the one buying the books. So these motherfuckers are lying to us. We just ain't trying to read their weak ass books. We don't give a damn about learning about no caveman history. The Grand Rising family. So yeah, that's what we talking about. And thank you so much. Thank you for getting the live to 55,000 likes, family. Let's get it to 60,000 likes. Let's get the live. Let's tap the screen. Let's get the live to 60,000 likes, my Tamericans. Let's get it to 60,000 likes. Thank you to every single one of you. You are welcome. You are very welcome. It is my job. I have to do this. My teacher said this. He said, if you've been called to make a commitment at the age of 20, and you said, I'm too young to die, then you are dead already. He said, you cannot fear death because you can never die. Thank you so much for ordering a copy of the textbook. Thank you so much for ordering your textbook, family. Let me see. Who ordered it? I'm trying to scroll it. Teresa, thank you so much for holding it down. Thank you so much, my sister, Miss C. Thank you so much for ordering your textbook. Thank you so much, Miss C. Thank you for getting your textbook. This is how we take our land back. I'll be shipping your textbook out today. This is how we unite with each other. With our own textbooks. These textbooks, we are going to make these motherfuckers go bankrupt. We will no longer be shopping with them. They're going to be like, damn, what's happening? Why are my sales dropping? How come nobody's buying my books anymore? Oh, what's going on? That's because black folks, we've been the ones buying the books. But we ain't going to buy your books no more. You said, what's the book about? Repetition? This book is about your race. Let me show you some, family. Let me show you some. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much for getting the live to 55,000 likes. Let's get to 60,000 likes. This is what you're going to learn in the book. You're actually going to learn about who the hell you are and what your goddamn land is. This right here. It says right here, day 13. Do you see what this is, family? What this look like? Y'all see what this is? Don't this look like a castle? This is a castle located inside of Ohio, Tamari. Ohio. A whole castle. This is what you're going to see. Your own shit. They destroyed our castles and bombed them with dynamite and TNT. So we can never know that this was our land. But this is your land. You are the creators of everything on this goddamn continent. This is your shit. You will finally learn about your castles that you have here. And then you will learn about your actual kings who look just like you. Who he look like. What's his skin color? Y'all see what I'm saying? His name is King Henry the First. And King Henry had his own currency. Your own textbook. You're going to finally learn about who the hell you are. We ain't teaching no African-ass history. You said Frederick Douglass? We definitely not teaching about no Frederick Douglass. We teaching about the motherfuckers who are great. And that is King Henry. He is way greater than Frederick Douglass. King Henry the First. This King Henry was actually getting rid of these goddamn cavemen. He said, shit, let's take their ass out. King Henry. He's in the book. I can read it to you right here. It says this right here in the textbook. And thank you for holding it down, my Teresa. Thank you, sister. It says this. This is King Henry. King Henry is a Anunnaki. King Henry, he eliminated thousands of humans. Or cavemen, because that's who the hell they are. King Henry eliminated their ass. He said, shit, these motherfuckers trying to take over our entire island. Let's get rid of their ass. It says King Henry, he eliminated thousands of humans. Because that is their race. You are Anunnaki, they are humans. It says he knew that the humans could not be trusted. He knew that they could not be trusted. He knew the whole time. Some of us was like, hey, damn, we got to trust them a little bit. Some of them is nice. King Henry said, no, none of them can be trusted. I don't give a damn how nice they are. They are all the ops. Every single one of them is our enemy. King Henry knew that. Caveman. Caveman is anybody with straight hair. We ain't got no straight hair. We ain't come out the cave. So obviously that's them. King Henry knew that. Grand Rising, my sister Karma. Grand Rising, sister. So it says King Henry knew that the humans could not be trusted, or the caveman could not be trusted. It says today we must follow in King Henry's footsteps and take back the kingdom of Tamari. King Henry, you actually had a king on this goddamn land. You didn't have no goddamn, what's the name of them? What do they call themselves? They call themselves activists. We didn't have no weak ass activists. We had a whole king. Sorry, my apology, my sister. The moderators, they be protecting us from the lies, so they were just blocking everybody. It's the way that we keep our lives going. I apologize. But we would see, we glad that you're back, sister. I'm thankful that you're back. So King Henry, this is who King Henry is. This is our actual king. Not a weak-ass president. Not a goddamn democracy or no weak-ass Democrat or Republican. We didn't have that bullshit. Y'all see what I'm saying? We didn't have none of that. We had an actual king with high respect, with an army of millions. And we will build that once again. We will follow in King Henry's footsteps. We will have new kings. Many of our young men, we will teach them how to be a king. Not just with the title, we're talking about with a crown. And they will be in charge of an entire army. And they will be protecting us. We'll show them how to be a king. And inside the book, you also see one of the palaces that your ancestors created. Y'all see this? Whole palace located inside of New York. Y'all see this? This is what your ancestors created. Can't you see that this shit ain't in Africa? It's not in Africa. It's right here in Tamari. And what it says right here, it says in Tamari, we also had palaces all over our kingdom. Whole palaces was everywhere. And then it says many of our palaces were blown up with dynamite after the war. There was a war that happened between us and the cavemen. It was a whole war. We have all forgotten about the war, and they have taught us that we're all the same. But we're not the same. It says, after the war, it said this palace is located inside of Buffalo, New York. And New York is another one of our states in Tamari. That's what it says. Like I said, once we control the books, now we can start coming together, taking back everything that was stolen from us. And it says, we Anunnaki, because that is your race. You're not a caveman. And because you're not a caveman, you're not a human. You are a Anunnaki. Y'all see what I'm saying? You're not a caveman. You don't descend from the caves. So you are not a human. You are a Anunnaki. It says, we Anunnaki must take New York back from the humans. Because that's what the hell they are. They're some motherfucking humans. And it says the Pleiadians. They are another one of the invaders. It says, and then we must build new palaces in the name of Tamari. Thank you so much for adding the book to your card, family. This is how we come together. It's now time. This is the greatest time in history. You said you needed that hat. We will be creating new hats in Tamari. This will be some of your stores. We will have jewelers once again. And many of you will be creating regalia or regalia. I don't have the jacket on right now, but it's in the room. You all will be creating new gear for us. So all of us can have pride about ourselves. You all will be in charge of that. This will be your businesses. So that's what we're doing right now with Tamari, family. Yes, add our textbook to your shopping cart. I need you to get your textbook today. Not a hat, a war bonnet. It is a war bonnet, family. It's right here. Same war bonnet we got right here. We got right here. This ain't no Photoshop. This is us. Y'all see what we saying? This is us. Thank you so much, my family. Amaru. And when they say culture appropriation, this ain't no culture appropriation. This is our culture. We invented everything. We created everything. We originated everything. We are the original Dundadas. You say, how do you put it in the car? You click on the bottom of your screen, Karma. Click on the bottom of your screen. It should take you to the TikTok shop, and then you add it to your cart from there. Well, it says Teresa is standing on business. That is how we come together. Our own books. That's the first step. Thank you. Add it to your cart. For those who can get it today, I have free shipping today. Get it today, and I will be shipping it out to you. The faster, the better. This is our textbook. This is still the first variation. We will still be writing more, because it's time for us to teach our own. Okay? We had kings. We had a king over here. We had a queen over there. We didn't give a damn about no king and queen. I'm like, they still our family over there in Africa. That's our species. You see, we're all Anunnaki descendants. That's who we are. We still all children of Anunnaki because we are the same. That's your goddamn parents. You see what I'm saying? Your parents. You give birth to you are the child. That's you. We are all Anunnaki. We're not all Africans. We don't all descend from Africa with their lying ass. We are all descendants of the Anunnaki race. Thank you so much, my sister Karma. Thank you, sister. We are all descendants of Anunnaki. That's why our skin color is brown. We're not no motherfucking Africans. We've never been Africans ever in our entire life. You said first lineage from Inky? No, Inky is not the first Anunnaki. I show this right here in the second variation of the textbook. That motherfucker came last. And he is an evil ass Anunnaki. Just like you got some evil ass black people, yes, that motherfucker's evil too. Y'all see what I'm saying? Not all of us are good. They done taught us about some evil motherfuckers. They said, oh, that's all of us. That's not us. That's that one evil ass uncle or some shit. That's what it is. But let me show y'all who the first is. Let me show y'all right here. Where's that? I'm trying to pull it up right now so you all can see it. Right here. Let me show y'all. This is who we all descend from. I'm going to show y'all the real picture. We got this in the second edition of our textbook. If it loads up, it's taking too long. There we go. There we go. We had it right here. Right here. Right here, right here. This right here is who you descend from. And let me show y'all right here, family. This. Because they will never teach you about this. This is in the second edition of our textbook. This is who we all descend from. To brighten this up. This will be your mom, your cousin, your auntie. This is who she looks like. This is Anunnaki. You see the fro? You see the goddamn beautiful ass skin? That's who the hell we are. This is the Anunnaki race. That is our race. This ain't no motherfucking Inky or no Enlil. None of that weak ass shit. Alright? This is us. Thank you so much for adding the book to your cart, family. I appreciate you. This is who we all descend from. And you see how her beautiful ass skin? Y'all see what we saying? That's who we are. And that's what we explain in the book. In the book, we teach about our land and we teach about our origin. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all on the side of the screen. On the side of the screen. This don't say his story. We don't give a damn about his story. What they say right here? What this word say right here? Don't this say origin? Don't that word say origin? We teach you about your actual origin. Because you ain't gonna get this nowhere else. Your origin means that you are the Anunnaki race, not the African race. African is not a motherfucking race. African is a nationality, not a race. Your race is Anunnaki. You don't come from no goddamn Africa. Are Africans Anunnaki? Yes, they are. Are Tamaricans Anunnaki? Yes, we are. We're both Anunnaki. That's why I need y'all to get this title, because you ain't gonna find this nowhere else. They've been lying to us the whole time, calling us some goddamn humans. Humans came out the caves. That's them, not us. That shit don't even sound gangster. How the hell I walk around calling myself a human? That shit sound weak as hell. A human. Oh, I'm a human. I'm a little less human. That shit don't sound fire at all. That shit is trash. Trash. I ain't gonna walk around calling myself no fucking human. That shit is garbage. A human. Oh, I'm a human. Oh, I'm a fucking human. That shit don't even sound cool. That shit sound ass. Anunnaki. That shit sound gangster. Y'all see what we say? Anunnaki. They be like, who are you? I am Anunnaki. That's who I am. I created every goddamn thing. I created the whole universe. I created the planet. I created all the continents. I created everything. I'm Anunnaki. And that's what they're afraid of. That's why they had to hide our true history from us. Because they didn't want us to know who we are. Strength. There's strength in your name. Thank you for the follow, family ascended. And we, Anunnaki, are who they fear. We are the ones who are doing all of the superpower abilities, supernatural. We was doing mind control, mind manipulation. We was doing telekinesis. We was moving things with our bare hands. And they know this. They know. Look. There's a lot of Anunnaki. There's a lot of us born with powers. A lot of us. My nose itching. My nose be itching today. There's a lot of us born with powers. A lot of our young Anunnaki are born with powers. A lot of them. They're able to move objects with their minds. You know, but they had us believing in Jesus, so they made us believe that that was satanic. That shit ain't satanic. That's the only way that we're going to take our shit back. We're not the same species, man. We're not the same. But they do not allow us to train our telekinetic abilities over here in the United States regime. Y'all see what we're saying? They don't allow us to try that over here. But if we was over there in Haiti, we would be able to practice our telekinesis every day. If you was in Haiti, you would be able to practice your natural abilities every day. You wouldn't even have to stand up. You'd be like, all right, let me get something for the fridge, right? You're going to wave your goddamn arm, right? Open up the door, fridge door with your bare abilities. You're going to grab some juice, grab it out, boom. You're going to pour it with your goddamn energy. That's what y'all would do. You would be able to practice your natural abilities if you were in Haiti. Not if you were in the United States, because they'll try to put your ass in jail or put you underground in one day goddamn centers. But this is why they feared us, because they knew that once we start practicing our abilities once again, when it's all said and done, when it's time to take the land back, they know that once we see their ass, right? We're going to ask them, which way you want this, motherfucker? You want this easy way or I ain't finna say that. We ain't finna say that. All right, but we're going to say this. We probably might not even say nothing. Because one of the Anunnaki, he said, don't even say no words. He said, you just going to have to fire off on their ass. That's what he told me. That's what he told me. I said, all right. He said, he don't say no words. He said, so we might just walk up to them, right? We might walk up to them, grab them like this with our energy. Right? And they're going to be like, oh. And then they're going to be, oh shit, they can't breathe, right? And we like this with our energy. And we pick their ass up with our energy. And they're going to be like, put me down, please. We're the gods. We are the Anunnaki. We ain't putting shit down. We're like this, please, put me down, please. And we're going to clench our fists. They know what's coming for them. We are the gods. We are everything that they feared. We are the supreme beings. We are the primordial beings. We are the immortal beings. We are the Anunnaki. Y'all see? That's why our hair grows like this. This is why our hair, this is why our hair grows the way it does. Because we two different species. This right here, this is Anunnaki hair. Our hair grows like this. We ain't got no straight hair. Anunnaki hair. Y'all see, so that is what they fear. They fear that we are going to get revenge for all of the crimes that they committed against our race. Not all of us are goody two-shoes. Not all of us. That's a couple of these motherfuckers who goody two-shoes. They done goddamn dated outside their species. Yes, word. They fear that. And they know that's what's coming. They know that's what's coming. Look, we're going to be practicing our abilities. So that's why some of us need to go to Haiti, build a community in Haiti, and then all of us can practice our goddamn telekinesis over there. Practice it in Haiti, and we bring it to the rest of the goddamn continent. Or, yeah, the rest of the whole continent. Practice all of our magic. Right? Your natural abilities, what's natural to you is not satanic. These motherfuckers are satanic because they were created by Satan himself. Yes, your Caucasians and Hispanics, they were created inside of a laboratory by Satan. And his real name is Zeus. Zeus is a black man. He created them in a laboratory. He is their creator. He goes by the name Satan. Satan, that's him. Y'all see? So they are his seeds. They are his children. So that's what we teach about today, my Tamerican family. That's why we here. So for all of my Tamericans, if you want to get this thing started, if you're tired of being called an African slave, if you're tired of being degraded, if you're tired of being anything except for who you are, the Tamerican, the Anunnaki, if you're tired of these motherfuckers degrading you, it is about damn time that you order your textbook of This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. It is at the bottom of your screen. Click on the bottom of your screen. Get your textbook. This is how we take back what was stolen from us. Order up. This is how you take back everything that was stolen from you. This is how we take it back. We are not slaves no more. We are Tamericans. All right, all they did was take the T off with their weak ass. They took the T off and they called themselves Americans. That's all they did. They didn't create nothing. All they did was take our name and change it up a little bit. Had us believe in it. Change the name of our whole country. They changed the name Tameri to America. They didn't change our whole country name. This is Tameri, the beloved land. And that's what they fear. Once we teach this to the rest of our people, oh, it's over with. We taking everything back that was stolen from us. Everything. I don't give a damn. But this is mine. It ain't yours no more. It was never yours to begin with. You stole it from us. The Tamericans, who come from the kingdom of Tameri. And that's what they fear. Y'all see? That's why they're all up in our goddamn lives. Yes, who gave them the right to govern us? Ain't y'all tired of being governed by them? They governing us. Who gave them the right to govern us? Ain't y'all tired of that? British rule, exactly, brother. British rule. Who gave them the right? Because I know I didn't. I know we didn't. Who gave them the right? Thank you for sharing the live, Brother Keith Arnett. Thank you for sharing the live, family. Who gave them the right to have authority over us? Who gave them the right to have authority over our own children? And you, like you said, they trying to sue the Tamericans for identity theft. This ain't no identity theft. We taking back what belongs to us. And that's what they afraid of. We didn't come in this life calling ourselves no goddamn Navajo. We came in this life calling ourselves Tamericans. And that is not your shit, you goddamn Siberians. We are the Tamericans. That's who we are. And the Navajo work with the federal government. And they've been working with each other the whole time. Y'all probably didn't know this. I made a video on this. They took it down. I had to make another video. They took it down. They said, oh, we cannot allow this word to get out. The Navajo work with the government. And they've been working with them the entire time. We are the Tamericans. That is our nationality. So if you are in here, you're tired of being called an African. The Navajo did not have a language until the 1920s. Exactly, brother. So if you're tired of being called an African slave, if you're tired of being called an African American, and if you're tired of being called black, because we're not the color black. I know we put the name black people on the textbook, but that was just to get your attention. If you're tired of all of those three, then I need you to get your goddamn textbook of This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. We could update the name, because it will be This Planet Was Stolen from Anunnaki. That's what it really is, but y'all, we gotta teach y'all what Anunnaki is, how that's us. Then I need you to get our textbook at the bottom of your screen, add it to your shopping cart. We tired of them, man. We tired of them. We tired of being ran by them. We tired of them running and patrolling our neighborhoods. It's now time to take every single one of our neighborhoods back. All right, and when we got this rage, when we are angry and we're like furious, we didn't learn that shit from them. We invented being furious. We invented everything. We didn't learn nothing from them. They didn't invent nothing. So I appreciate you, my family. Thank you all for adding the textbook to your shopping cart. Thank you, my family. I appreciate you. This is how we get it started. Right. Ain't no Albert Einstein got nothing on us. That motherfucker is a Caucasian. He learned all of his shit from reading our books. Thank you, family. So that is how we get everything started. This is how we take back what was stolen from us. And thank you so much for holding it down, my Americans. So with that being said, we're going to be running this again tomorrow, Americans. If you have not gotten your textbook, I need you to get your textbook. I need you to get your textbook. If you are not inside of our free Discord community, I need you to get into our Discord. It is free to join. You click on my profile, click on my bio. You will find the Discord. Tap the first link and join the Kingdom of Tameri Discord. That's how we unite together. It is now time that we unite. It's time that we unite. I'm tired of being separated. I'm ready to unite with every single one of us. And we will never even think about uniting with a motherfucking Mexican. We ain't finna unite with y'all. We ain't united with no motherfucking Caucasians either. We are only uniting with the Tamericans. And that's it. Alright? So thank you for adding the book to your shopping cart. Thank you for being alive. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. You get your goddamn textbook. You got about 5 seconds. It's time for us to unite together, man. Together. We will be one. We will all be known as the Empire of Tameri. And we don't give a damn what an African American says. They can join the Hispanics as well. Y'all see? Join their ass, right? We all minorities. No, the hell we not. You are the minority. We are the majority. All right? We have a bigger population than every single one of y'all. We have the biggest population on the entire planet. Thank you for ordering your textbook. Who just ordered their textbook? Thank you so much, my family, Ray. Thank you, Ray, for ordering your textbook. This is how we unite. My man said, what res we from? We are not from no goddamn reservation. Ain't no way in hell a motherfucker could take my land and I finna live on a small ass reservation. What type of shit is that? Ain't finna do that. And thank you so much for holding it down, family. We're gonna be shipping off your textbook. So what we have right now, let me show y'all. So y'all can see how we do this, okay? This is what we're gonna be doing inside of the kingdom of Tamari. Let me show y'all. Let me get this, just so I can show y'all real quick before we do anything else. Right here, Ray, my brother Ray. We had our other family. We had our sister C. Where's it at? Let me grab this right here so I can show y'all how we do this. Where do we? Oh, we had it. Did we have it inside one of the books? We possibly did. Let me show y'all. They in those reservations tweaking. Yes, that is exactly what they doing up in there on the air mattress or the broken up, beat down mattress. That's what they doing, because we done seen the videos. All right, so my brother Ray, let me show you. All right, every single one of you who've ordered a textbook, we are going to be shipping them out in these shipping labels. It's time for us to unite together. We have all of your textbooks. We put them inside of our shipping labels. We're going to be delivering these to every single one of you. It's time that we have and support American-owned businesses. We've been supporting McDonald's. McDonald's ain't did shit for us. We've been supporting Wendy's. Wendy's ain't never did nothing for us. We've been supporting the goddamn, the NBA. What the hell did the NBA do for us? Nothing. So it's time for us to invest into things that are actually going to help us in return. We will no longer get the short end of the stick. Every single one of you are going to get your textbook. And they're going to be inside of these packages. Let me show y'all. Right here. So our brother Ray, we're going to be... Let me show y'all. We put them inside of the packages. Right? Well, we put that backwards. The other way, your textbook. We put them in the packages. Right? It's time for us to unite. It's time. It's time that we got our own goddamn textbook. We finna unenroll all of our people from their weak-ass schools. Eventually. It might take about a year, maybe even less than that. But eventually, none of us will have to go to their goddamn schools no more. Because we're going to build our own schools. Alright? All of your textbooks go into the package. And what we do, this is why we grabbed the scissors early on. Where are the scissors at? Right here. So every single one of you, you have a shipping label. We put your shipping label and we put it on top of your package. And we're going to be shipping out to every single one of you. Thank you so much for the follow, family. This is how we do it. It's now time that we have a proper leader who is going to unite all of us and get us to building our goddamn first school. And you got the waiver for your children yesterday? I'm so proud of you, my sister Eve. We will no longer get the hot sauce 17 for our own people. You got to go back to work. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the life, Teresa. I appreciate you so much, my sister. Anunnaki's sister, my creator. My whole creator. So this is what we do. We cut off all these shipping labels and we put them on top of your textbooks. And we're going to be shipping out every single one of them. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you, Teresa's sister. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here with us. Every single one of you. We all know we could have did it without you, sister. So thank you. You were so important to us. Thank you. She was blocking their ass left and right. She said, get these motherfucking cavemen up out of here. Thank you so much for getting the cavemen out of here. You kept us all safe, sister. So that is the first step we doing. Look, we've been teaching, but now it's time to give back. Okay? Martin Luther King, even though a lot of us know that he was a goddamn sellout, because he was, and Martin Luther King was laying in the bed with the goddamn cave women. Yes, he was. All right, even though we know that he's a sellout, he did not write a book with his teachings. Even Malcolm X did not write a book with their teachings and what the actual assignment was. But they were supposed to. We're supposed to know what the mission is. Hey, what's the mission? What we supposed to be doing? That's the first step. So let me show you. We got... Let me see. We got the first step. So we got our family right here. We got a shipping label. Let me just show y'all how we do it real quick. So we got to cut out every single one of these. We ain't got no fancy equipment. We just a person in the room printing our books. All right, that's where we at right now. We in the room printing books. Well, we don't print the books our goddamn self, but hey, we get them printed. All right, so we get your package, and then we grab where the tape at. Do I got the tape up in here? The tape is somewhere. But see, we ain't got no fancy equipment. We doing this from the room. All right? We don't need none of that fancy stuff. We just got the regular schmegular. All right? So once we got that, let me show y'all. We got the tape. We got the tape right here. And we got it right here where it's at. It's a brand new piece of tape. Thank you so much for viewing the product. All of our families, add the textbook to your shopping cart. You are now finally going to learn about your goddamn species. And we will no longer be learning our history from no goddamn sellouts no more. We tired of learning from sellouts. It's time for us to learn from one of us. All of these people, they be teaching, but they don't be giving back. Man, it's time to give back. Thank you so much, my family. So for all of your textbooks, we got the pack of tape. How are we supposed to do this? What kind of new tape is this? How are we supposed to be doing this? This is the new pack of tape. I don't even know how to use this shit yet. Let me just see. We had a different one last time. Thoughts on Malcolm X? Malcolm X, even though he was a mixed person, he was still he was helping one of us. But he still did not write a book as well. Welcome back, Cymbeline sister. Welcome back, sister. So let me show y'all. So we got the tape right here. Let me see if we did it right. Okay, that's how we do it. So my thoughts on Malcolm X, he was right, okay? He was right. Yes. Grand Rising family, Grand Rising sister. Welcome back. Malcolm X is great, but we need somebody even greater. You thought you was wrong to wear what I have on? No, my sister Kaylani, this belongs to you and your ancestors. And these Siberians, they done culturally appropriated with our shit. That's what they did. They some whole culture vultures, stealing our creations. And then they try to say that they created it. They didn't create nothing. Y'all see? These motherfuckers didn't create nothing. Even Elon Musk did not create nothing. OCO, Grand Rising family. My sister Asia, Grand Rising sister Asia. We gotta let it be known. They did not invent nothing, man. Black folks created everything. We even created the war bonnets. This is ours. So they are the culture vultures. They are some delusional culture vultures. That is what they are. We gotta speak the truth from now on. Grand Rising, Kevin. Grand Rising, brother. So I'm going to show y'all this so you can see this. I'm taping up the last little piece of this. We got our brother. It's Yuan. That's a different name. I ain't heard that name before. We got our brother Yuan. So let me show y'all this. Boom, right here. So when all of you get your textbook, we got the shipping label. We put it on a package, and then we get the package slip. Let me show y'all where it's at. Where that package slip at? Where I just put it at? I just had it. Where I just put it? Oh, it's right here. It's up here. All right, so for our brother, we got your package slip. We fold it up and then we put it inside of the envelope and then we ship it off to the post office. Facts. We are waking up now. We are waking up. We are now realizing that we created everything. I don't know why it's not. You said the real Nikola Tesla is George Washington Carver. Oh, you are teaching me something that I did not know. Thank you so much for handling business, sister. So, for my brother Yuan, we got your textbook. We put it inside the package. Make sure we put it in the right way. We put it inside your package. We take the little sticky stuff off. We close the package. And then we ship it off. My brother, we got your package. This is what we're going to be doing for all of our textbooks, for all of our people. It's time that we have our own businesses. These are your textbooks right here. And we are shipping off every single one of them. Open some black businesses. Let me see. So help our culture. We are opening up Tamerican-owned businesses. And for the new people up in here, now that you know that we are the Tamericans, we're going to be opening up Tamerican restaurants. We're going to change the name. Look, we got to change the name. We've been having soul food for too long, right? Soul food. But all these other people, they got the restaurant named after their own culture. Now, a couple of these Siberians, they've been trying to say that they invented soul food. What the fuck you mean you invented soul food? Y'all don't even know how to cook. Y'all be eating raw food. What you mean you invented soul food? You ain't got no season on your food. That shit nasty as hell. What did you invent? We definitely not finna go to their house and get none of that goddamn food. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we attended one of their houses for a damn family gathering or some nonsense. They said, hey, Tassim, would you like to have a plate of food? I would say, hell no, that shit is disgusting. I'm not eating that. I said, why the hell is your food raw? You forgot to cook it. That's what we would say. They swear they mound builders. They didn't build nothing. Y'all see? So they are some delusional group of people. All right, so we have our brother right here. We got our brother David. Brother David, we got your textbook. We're going to be shipping it off today, Brother David. They be eating a raw whale meat. Oh my goodness. That sounds nasty. Who the hell even thinks about eating that? That is ridiculous. So for all of my Tamericans, you have the textbook on your screen. Add the textbook to your shopping cart. You finally learn about your goddamn culture and how this is our continent and how we are the Anunnaki race. Thank you so much, family. So we have our brother David. Brother David, we have your shipping label right here. Brother David, we're going to be shipping off your textbook. This planet was stolen from black people. And that's what they be doing, man. They didn't invent nothing. So how would y'all like to have the name Tamerican? Like, would you want to have Tamerican restaurants? Because let's say a group of us, we went over there to Mexico and you wanted to build a restaurant and maybe have a vacation home or something. Imagine us, hey, we need to go to the Tamerican spot. What they got over there? They got collard greens. Because that's our food. Collard greens do not exist in Africa. I want y'all to know that I was in the whole South Africa and then I was in East Africa as well. And I was looking for collard greens. And I'm going to every store and I say, hey, y'all got some collard greens? I'm looking it up on Google. They say, yeah, we got some collard greens on Google, right? I'm walking over the whole store and I asked the people, they said, what are collard greens? They said, we have kale. I said, don't nobody want no goddamn kale. That shit disgusting. I want some collard greens. Nobody finna eat no goddamn kale. Y'all see what I'm saying? I was in the whole Africa. They didn't have no collard greens. So that's how you know collard greens does not come from over there. It comes from over here in Tameri. You're right. We ain't finding no collard greens in South Africa. I had to find that out the hard way. They didn't have that over there. I was going to every store. You know, they said, hey, we might have some. No, they didn't have none. If I wanted some collard greens, I had to order it on goddamn Amazon or something. Order some collard green seeds and grow my own goddamn collard greens. That's the only way. Y'all see? So it didn't originate from over there in Africa. It comes right here from Tameri. That is our indigenous food. And you ain't never seen no Siberian eating no goddamn collard greens. We ain't never seen none of them eating no goddamn collard greens. So now we know that that's not their food. My man said, are we native? We are Tamericans. That is what we are. Ain't nobody finna live in no goddamn reservation. That shit dirty as hell. Y'all see what we talking about? We ain't finna live over there. Nah, y'all can have that. We want our land back. So, Brother David, we got your package of This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. We're gonna be shipping this off to you. So I appreciate all of my Tamericans. I appreciate every single one of you. Yes, if you have been watching this live, if you are a returning visitor, then I need you. I need every single one of you to add this textbook to your shopping cart. You said the house is in reservations, have holes, and they still didn't build no mound. So they got some holes in their houses and they still ain't got no goddamn mounds? That's crazy, damn. So they really the culture vultures of everything. And they've been trying to steal our shit. We got this one right here. Right, so Brother David. Brother David, we got your textbook, Brother David. Brother David, we got your textbook. We're going to be shipping this off. Make sure everything is up in here. Yes, it is. Brother David, we have your textbook. You said, I swear those houses have holes in them. Definitely. I know you're right when you say that. Because we done seen it from the helicopter. Right? What it looked like inside of there. And we said we could never live in there. They are tweaking. We have our family, Sun 2023. Thank you for joining the Discord. Thank you for joining the Kingdom of Tamari Discord. For my people watching this live stream, we got 168 people up in here. Okay? I know a couple of y'all got 5 seconds to join the Discord for free. You download the free app. It is a community where we can all talk amongst each other. You said I'm not black? Of course I'm not black. I am Tamarican. You see? That's who we are. We are the Tamarican people. But if you ask me about my race is Anunnaki. And that's all of our goddamn race. We will no longer be fighting amongst each other. Y'all see? Well, look, we ain't got no time to be fighting each other no more. I'm tired of that. We ain't finna be fighting each other. We're gonna be fighting these goddamn these Siberians and Caucasians, Native Hispanics. We're gonna be fighting their ass. We no longer gonna be fighting each other. I'm tired of fighting each other, man. You said, what's the definition of Tamarican? Definition of Tamarican is us. That's what it means. That's what it means. We will no longer be attacking our own people. They've had us fighting each other for too goddamn long. And we tired of that. My family, we at the live, we at 76,000 likes. Let's get the live to 80,000 likes. Let's tap the screen. Let's get it to 80,000 likes, family. We almost there, 80,000 likes. We 4.7 thousand likes away. Let's get it to 80,000 likes. You said, mean we can give birth to all. Well, my sister Connie, let me teach you something about that. Yes, we can give birth to all Anunnaki, but let me teach you this. And I'm going to show you this in 1 second. A Caucasian is not the same species as you. Okay? And you did not give birth to her out of your body. A Caucasian woman did not come out of you. Okay? The exact word that I want to say is they don't allow me to say it on TikTok. Right? Because they banned that word. But she did not come out of you. You didn't give labor to the damn Caucasian woman. That's not how it worked at all. But let me tell you how it actually worked. Because they didn't have us brainwashed. Right? So once we almost finished cutting this. This is our family. This is my sister Tanya. My sister Tanya, we're going to be shipping off your textbook, Tanya. I appreciate you for ordering your textbook. There we go. Making sure everything is neat. All right. So my sister, let me show y'all. What does Tamarican mean? Tamarican means that this is our land. But what does Tamarican actually mean? All right. You see these Caucasians right here? That's the Caucasian. And it says right here, it says the reptilian, human, and Pleiadian invasion. They teamed up together and they invaded our planet. Okay? These are 3 different species from 3 different planets. Now let me share this with you, sister. This goddamn Caucasian, she originates from the Plutonian galaxy. Plutonian galaxy. She didn't come on the Milky Way galaxy. Ain't y'all was taught when we was younger, we were taught in school that we all descend from the Milky Way galaxy? Well, guess what? They do not come from the Milky Way galaxy. They come from the Plutonian galaxy. Y'all see what we talking about? And by them coming from a different galaxy, that automatically means that you did not give birth to them. You was not in labor giving delivery to them. That's not how it worked. As a matter of fact, they were all created inside of a laboratory on a planet called Nern. Every single one of them. That's why when they come over here to our planet called Ki, the sun kills them. Y'all see? These three species have an alliance and they are against us. That's why I say ain't no goddamn united with no goddamn Caucasian. Ain't no united with no motherfucking Mexican. We not doing that shit. They are the enemy. You see? They didn't give birth. They did not give birth to us. Y'all see? One of our teachers from Haiti, Rashad Jamal, these Caucasians did not give birth to him. We'll be a goddamn fool to believe that nonsense. This is a Anunnaki. You see the locks? That's us. This is our species. We are the Anunnaki species. We did not give birth to these goddamn Caucasians. One of the Anunnaki, which goes by Satan, he created their ass in a laboratory. Y'all see? So that is their creation story. We have a different creation story. We created ourselves. But one of us created them in a lab. Out of animal DNA. That's why they smell like dogs. Shit ain't no goddamn accident. Motherfucker made out of whole dog DNA strands. That's why they got dog blood. Same blood as a goddamn dog. We are not the same as them. We didn't give birth to them. We created their ass in a lab. You see? So is Nern the lab? No. Nern is an actual planet. And on planet Nern, there's a laboratory located on there. You say, can you go live with me? No, this ain't no joint live. This is just us. Animal genetics. You didn't hit it right, my sister Marlo. That's exactly what it is. You see, like you said dog, primate, and pigs. You said the other one? It's the rhesus monkey, and then you're talking about the last animal that was created. It was the fruit fly. Right, so this is why all these goddamn fleas and ticks and all that nonsense be attracted to them. You'll never see none of us Anunnaki getting ticks. We ain't finna ever walk around with no goddamn ticks. We don't do that. And you're right. You said whoever created them should have left that shit alone. You are right. Whoever created them should have left that shit alone. That is their creator, Satan. Satan. That's the name that he goes by. Zeus. That's his real name. He created their ass out of these goddamn animals. You're right. They should have left that shit alone. We tried to stop his ass too. We said, look, you can't be creating that bullshit. But he said, look, I have to. He said the RH on your blood type comes from the Caucasian. Trying to insert themselves into your bloodline. That is where it comes from. Because the RH comes from the rhesus monkey animal. Are gingers Anunnaki? Absolutely not. Gingers are motherfucking primates. Y'all been seeing that video? Oh, they're actually black. No, the hell they not. I remember one of the gingers, they asked me, they said, what am I? I said, where do I come from? Do I come from Tamari? I said, no, you come from the caves. That's what I told they asked. And we had to let it be known, we ain't the same species. Oh, snap, where'd that label at? There we go. Right, so we are not the same species as the gingers. The gingers, they are a human. They're just humans. That's it. That's why they got the same complexion. You're welcome. We have to clear that up. You know, we have to. We will no longer allow them to try to insert themselves into our species. Two different species. Thank you so much for the follow, family. Two different species. They will no longer be inserting themselves into our race. We have our sister Tanya. We got our sister Tanya. We're going to be shipping your book out, Tanya. So we must let it all be known. You said, do you have the stones? Do I have the stones? We might have the stones. Wait, which stones you talking about? You talking about infinity stones? So we could zap their ass in an instant? Thank you so much. Add the textbook to your shopping cart. I am shipping it out. Thank you so much, Michelle, my sister, my beautiful goddess. So we have it. We have our sister Tanya. We got Tanya. We got David. Where the other one? Where we put that at? Is that right here? No, that's not the one right there. Where did I put? I put it somewhere. I put the last one. I don't know where we put that at. Yes, but we have your textbooks. Order your textbook at the bottom of the screen. Like I said, if you're tired of being called an African American, if you're tired of being called an African slave, if you're tired of being degraded, if you're tired of being unsafe, living in an unsafe environment, if you're tired of these motherfuckers racially profiling us and targeting us, then I need you to get our textbook of This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. We're not black, we're Anunnaki, but I had to put that on the goddamn cover. It's too late now. All right, I need you to get your textbook. This is how you help us build our own school system and have us separate. We will separate from them completely and build our own communities. And thank you so much for getting live to 80,000 likes, family. And thank you so much for the follow, my sister Britt. Is that my sister? Is that our sister? We don't know. Oh, that is our sister. Okay. We just got to make sure. We just have to make sure. We will no longer be interracially mixing our bloodline. We're not doing that. We will not have RH blood children. We're not doing that shit. And like our family said, they said whoever created their ass should have left that shit alone. You done said it perfect. We got to use that. We got to say that every day. Whoever created them, they should have left that shit alone. Y'all is hilarious. They should have left that alone. We ain't even do that no more. Amen. Exactly. Stop mixing with the animal genetics. You done hit it on point, my sister Marlo. So with that being said, this wraps up this live. We've been in here for a couple of hours. We got to ship your textbooks off to the post office so you can all get your textbook. Okay? I want to say thank you for getting your textbooks. We're going to be building. We got a new order. Thank you for ordering your textbook. Cody, thank you. Family. Thank you, Dorothy. We got another order of the textbook. We got Jazz you in the shopping cart. Thank you for adding your textbook. This is how we all unite. We are the Tamarikins, and our race is Anunnaki. The headdress. Yes, this is our headdress. We are the Tamarikins. Thank you, Sister Cody. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you for getting your textbook. We're going to go print out your label. We're going to go ship them out, okay? It's now time for us to unite, okay? We will have powerful, strong, alpha male leaders. Our leaders will no longer be beta male. They will no longer be kissing ass. The days of having beta male leaders kissing ass have now come to an end. But we have the last one. My brother Yuan. So with that being said, my Tamarikins, if you and I ordered your textbook, you got 2 seconds. Now, like my sister Marlo said, it is time now that we rise. Okay? If you have not got into the Discord community, so you can communicate with all of us, it is now a community with all of your Tamarican people. You will no longer feel alone. I know for many of us on this journey, we feel alone because a lot of the people, we wonder why the hell are they against us? Like, ain't we trying to help our people? Why the hell are these motherfuckers against us? We have now created a free community for our people. Click on the top of my profile. Click the link tree. Join. It says the Kingdom of Tamari Discord. It is now time for us to unite together. If you wanted to get to 100 likes, you said let's get to like 100,000 likes. We would, but the post office is going to be closed soon. We do that next time. So I want to say thank you to all of my Tamaricans. I appreciate every single one of you. Join our free Discord. Thank you all for all of the follows. I appreciate every single one of you. Okay? It is now time. This is the Empire of Tamari. And we are all the Tamarikins. That is our nationality. All of the Indian tribes It don't matter what tribe you come from. If you come from Cherokee, if you come from Shinnecock, if you come from Choctaw, if you come from Apache, if you come from Powhatan, if you come from Seminole, if you come from Louisiana Creole, it don't matter where you come from. We will all be uniting together as one nation. And that nation is the Tamarican nation. Our ancestors, they created nations, and we are the descendants of our ancestors. We are here to build a new nation. So with that being said, my Tamaritans, I love you all. Grand Rising, salute. We will say glory to Tamari. We will say, what's the other one that y'all said? In Tamari, we trust. My sister Missy, I will be shipping your textbook off. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you all. Thank you for adding it to your cart. And I'll see you all later. Salute. Peace, my Tamaricans. Salute. You said today, tomorrow, Tamari. Today, Tamari. Tomorrow, Tamari. Next week, Tamari. Next year, Tamari. Next goddamn, what's the one for 10 years? What's 10 years in advance? Next 10 years, what's that called? It's not a century, it's the other one. Forgot the goddamn name. Tamari. Awesome live. Thank you. Next decade, Tamari. Next century, Tamari. Thank you for correcting me, my family. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you all. Peace out. Peace. Salute. I love you all. Tamaricans.